So relation there. Don't know what the extent of that relationship is.
The other victim, 47-year-old Jason Scott Muncher, remains in the hospital in critical condition. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The so-called Religious Freedom Restoration Act is approved today in the Georgia Senate in a party-line vote. Atlanta Democratic State Senator Rashawn Kemp says as a gay man with a family, he takes this personally.
Under this bill, someone could deny me, my husband, my son, and my beautiful daughter service at a business and use their religion as a reason to do that.
But the bill's sponsor, Republican State Senator Ed Setzler, says the bill protects people of faith. It now goes to the House. The suspect accused of shooting and killing Roswell police officer Jeremy Labonte has denied bond today. 23-year-old Edward Espinoza appeared briefly in a Fulton County courtroom with his lawyer this morning. He argued Espinoza needs mental health care the Fulton County Jail is not providing. The judge decided Espinoza is a flight risk and is a danger to the community. The Georgia State Senate unanimously votes to honor a Paulding County deputy killed in the line of duty.
And we will make sure that Brandon Cunningham's legacy and memory is always remembered, and it lives on forever in Paulding County, Georgia.
State Senator Jason Anavatarte says the resolution renames the intersection of Highway 92 and 120 after Deputy Cunningham. He was killed last year while responding to a domestic call in Hiram. A separate resolution passed in the Senate renames the Holcomb Bridge and Georgia 400 interchange in honor of Roswell police officer Jeremy Labonte. The theme of President Trump's address tonight to a joint session of Congress will be the renewal of the American dream. We'll carry the president's address and the Democratic response live tonight beginning at 9 o'clock on 95.5 WSB. First Lady Melania Trump has invited the mother and sister of Laken Riley to be her guests for the address. It is now 3:03 and the Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Andrew Seco.
The Merge Madness through Midtown continues as you leave Buckhead. Left lane roadwork that is still out there. 400 southbound merging to 85 south exit 1A back towards Lenox Road. You may want to hop on to Peachtree Street or Lenox, save you a little bit of time here. Starting to fill in on 285 eastbound, the inner loop slow from Reeford Highway down past Chamblee Tucker Road and seeing a little bit of a slow spot. 85 southbound might have something jamming up at Lawrenceville Sewanee Road exit 111. Andrew Seco, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy and breezy today, high near 70. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour this afternoon. Rain and storms don't arrive until closer to midnight. They'll move through the metro region through 5 a.m. Tomorrow morning, damaging wind gusts would be the main impacts. Drying out tomorrow afternoon, still breezy, high 65.
64 now in Peachtree Corners, 68 in Conyers, 70 in Fayetteville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Feels great to be back in the best country in the world, the United States of America.
Our little jet setter is back from Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin!
And well, you kind of mixed it up with the Irish there.
Yeah, we don't want him to come back, dude. You come back here.
Conor
Conor
McGregor. Why? Listen, I know this guy.
He's a piece of garbage. He left his garbage everywhere. Really stupid American friends. Your mother, I'm going to kick your butt.
I had trouble understanding you. The more I drank, your Irish got harder and harder to
that's
understand.
the problem here. We can't understand you. All your Trump-loving buddies.
I didn't know.
Oh, for heaven's sake, she must
he
have
comes here and he drinks 17 Guinnesses.
Yes.
He makes a mess all over the place. He's drunk Yankee piece of crap.
Yeah,
I thought the Guinnesses were a gimmick. I didn't know.
It's not a good look for the kids, right? Having people come in drinking like that all
No, it's a nice sipping beer and he comes in and drinks it like it's some sort of crap.
American crappy beer.
What?
See, I can't understand that. Connor, it's only a 4% beer. I thought you just drank it all day long. I didn't know. I didn't know the rules.
Vitalizing breakfast beer. You get up in the morning, you have your Guinness. Before you go to bed, you have your Guinness. You drink it all day like a drunk American, embarrassing everybody, including your stupid friends.
So you don't want him back.
We don't want him back. You're not allowed back. I told Donald Trump he didn't know Jared Yamamoto. He's not even Japanese.
He has some Japanese in him.
Where?
Well, I know.
Hey,
given
Connor,
the last
don't
name,
profile me.
Given the
Was he
last name,
adopted?
you would expect. Given the last name, you would expect more Japanese in his makeup. But he's got, he's a mutt. But there's some Japanese in there.
That's right.
He looks like he fell out of Peru.
I do have some Bolivian in me. Yes,
sort
some
of
Bolivian.
yes. Japanese.
Something Bolivian, whatever, South American, but he doesn't look Japanese.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's true.
I thought
so you're saying
Connor-
he's a fraud, Connor? You're saying
I brought him some sake. He smashed it out of me hand.
Doesn't sound like he was very nice to the locals when he was
No,
there.
just drunk.
Just drunk.
I was just trying to immerse myself in the Irish culture. Have a pint here, have a
he's
pint
saying-
there.
Did you
I
hear
say
that?
we're all a bunch of drunks.
Did you hear that?
I don't know about that. I'm so mad I'm coughing.
I think Conor McGregor opening the show has hit the nicotine window.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a smoking MMA fighter. He drank a whole bottle of Jameson in like 2 seconds.
I thought I did a good job of only starting one fight. And that was at the Jameson tour. The
Yeah.
Jameson tour. Now, granted, the tour guide came after me, Connor.
This is true.
He
This
came
is-
after me.
This is
Keep
true.
your mouth shut.
So you're taking the tour of the Jameson distillery. And and there's different sets of people, right? Some people are from France, some people are from America. You guys are the Americans.
Yeah, there's some English people as well.
Yeah,
too.
the ones that won't shut up.
Are you saying he's an ugly American?
All they do is talk, and drink.
So at one point he's being friendly and everything, but then he points out the Americans, and what does he say?
He's talking about how much it costs to make a barrel of Jameson, and then he points over at the Americans. He's like, it's about to get a lot more expensive for you guys over
the
there.
tariffs?
With the tariffs and everything. And I'm like, well, actually, so I said, sir, who is your biggest market? Who does Jameson sell to the most? And he's like, it's 50% American. I'm like, I think you guys need us more than
Oh, you're doing Trump's business there.
Way to go, Jared. I knew we could count on Jared. He's a great ambassador for the United States. Do we love Jared?
Do we love
Jared?
Jared? Yeah, we love. Of course we
Jared
do.
Yamamoto. I mean, at first I'm like, is it going to bomb Pearl Harbor? Is it going to be a great Trump? Well, I mean, that was
That's
the
a
guy's
stereotype,
name. Well, that
Donald.
was his name.
I know.
Admiral
Yes.
Yamamoto, whatever. But over in Ireland, they did a great job. And listen, Jameson, there's going to be tariffs. It's going to be tariffs. But look, they got to play ball.
They got to play ball, right?
They got to play ball.
What are they going to lose to all the drunks in America?
No, well, we're going to have I almost started doing Conor McGregor, but we're going to have a lot of drunks.
Donald Trump, do you do an impression of Conor McGregor?
You want to hear my
I'd
Conor
love to hear it. Yeah.
Let's fight. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a drunken Irishman fighting in a ring. Whatever, folks.
Very good. Very good.
I
You know Tim Andrews, but
Well, he's no president of the United
well, that's
States
true.
twice.
I think when you do Trump from now on, you always have to start with, it's your favorite president here.
It's your favorite president, and you're trying to do the old Donald Trump voice, which is a little bit up here now. A little bit up here now. So about the tariffs. Everything you like is going to be really expensive. Sorry.
Now, President Trump, I did go over to the tour guide and talk to him, and I'm like, I hope everything was okay. I felt like I felt like you.
Did he punch you?
You attacked back, and he's
Did
like,
he punch you?
no. He's like, he said they're moving already a ton of Jameson barrels into the U.S. now, assuming that the tariffs are coming in the next couple of weeks. So
Seems like those speakeasies in Georgia are going to be actual speakeasies because they're going to be sneaking it in.
And I'm like, I was like, wow, okay, all right. So they're already planning. They assume that they're coming to the EU very, very soon.
Well, there you go. They're ready for you.
It's the best thing, actually, because, the EU, they need to contribute to, if they're going to fight in, Ukraine. Put their troops in Ukraine. Go ahead, put your troops in Ukraine.
So from
Boots
now
on the ground.
You just lead me to where we both come together with
And the other thing, President Trump, too, We have nothing to worry about with rugby. Rugby was exciting, but
Rugby
it's
is
nothing
stupid.
like football. It's nothing
Well,
like.
you can't say it's nothing like football. It's
Excuse me.
The
It
progenitor.
started as
The
football.
Yes.
excitement in football is much. The forward pass
Well, you
makes
can't
a
really-
tremendous
Not enough
difference.
rules.
Yeah, the scrum makes it to where it's not as, obviously people love rugby because they love the game because people love certain games.
And there were cool things about it.
But as a spectator sport, because you can't really see what's going on inside the scrums, it's not as spectator friendly. Especially in
That's
a
right.
stadium. I wouldn't think.
They explained to
I
me
mean,
that-
it's fun, it's exciting, and the people who play it are insane. But and so it's
No helmets, no nothing.
Yeah. Although the argument there is that it's actually safer. They have less injuries than the NFL and college football.
Yeah, because they feel less safe to be able to
Right.
go full tilt.
Yeah, they don't have a helmet on, so there's some policing that happens. I'm sure every once in a while you get somebody who's slightly, mental.
Oh, there was one.
He's got a knife.
There was this
He's got a knife.
on the team that I saw.
Penalty, knife
He's got a
carrying.
knife.
There was one
Can you
guy.
imagine the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is running for the end zone, and defender gets close to him. And he's got a knife.
Cuts his tendon.
There was
They're
one.
like, technically, touchdown. He made it.
Get out of here! I'll cut you with my knife. Imagine that. Well, I was thinking the other way around. The defender would have the knife. Yeah, they have
a knife
It would be
duel.
hilarious.
Yeah, the two guys squatting in front of each
Yeah.
other to run. They both, all of them have knives.
Yeah, it's almost
Just like waiting, like who's gonna go first?
I can see let's say somebody runs for 60 yards and there's 20 more yards before the end zone. So it's one of those like, oh my God, here you go. The defender gets close to it, just pulls a knife out and everything's
It's like, okay, all right, everything stops there.
Well, that's just Patrick whipping his knife out to fight the defender who has a sword.
That's just Patrick.
That's Patrick. He's awfully stabby today.
Now, a lot of similarities between rugby and football, but overall, I don't think football has anything to worry about in terms of
That's
rugby.
good. I mean, football's beautiful.
It is.
and that's why it's spreading all over the world.
It was created in Canada.
I don't care. We own it now. Nobody watches Canadian football. Name a team. Besides the Argos.
The Rough Riders.
Stampede. Okay, you know them all. Big day.
Know them all. But
Name a famous player other than Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
That's it. Name another. Good luck.
That's who else? That Johnny whatever Menzel. He was there for a while.
Johnny Wiseass.
Yeah, Johnny Wiseass was
Johnny
there for a
Manziel.
while.
Oh yeah, Johnny Football. Whatever.
Johnny Football. Johnny Wiseass Football was there for
He was great. He was
a little
one
while.
of He was one of the best.
Do we love him?
Do we love Johnny Wiseass Football? What's his name?
So you mentioned that you, the drunker you got, the less you could understand.
Yes, that
the
Irish
less you
gets
could understand
very
the Irish
difficult.
accent.
I felt like, honestly, after going to, I've gone to several Spanish-speaking countries, and my Spanish, as I drink, gets better and better, and because I get more confident with it. And I felt like it was more difficult to hear Irish.
By the way,
after
to
12.
by the way, to you, your Spanish gets better and better the drunker you get.
I'm
I'm not so sure. Huh?
That's a linguistically accurate thing.
It is?
Your fluency goes up as you drink, but if you continue to drink, then it plateaus and then crashes down.
Yeah. That's just because at that point you're drunk.
You're right, though. It's the confidence. Like, you stop thinking in your head so much about translating and, like, thinking in your language and then saying what you're going to say and blah, blah, blah. Like, you just go for it.
Yeah, no, and, alcohol drops the inhibitions. So it's really kind of an inhibition.
Yeah, you get
being afraid you're going to get it wrong and somebody's going to
It's the same with sex,
correct
probably.
you.
Probably
Jared?
is, yes.
You get
You're
really,
right, yes.
really good at it until you...
Until you're just a sack.
Until everything almost comes to fruition.
Right. Like, oh, I'm tired. I gotta puke and then.
But what's
that thing that happens every once in a while in somebody's life, where you go from absolute intensity and complete like, oh my God, I can't wait to get this going, till all of a sudden just everything shuts off all at once. I want to go to bed without you.
I'm not gonna be able to catch this bus.
Get out of here.
I'm outta here.
You got a couch?
Well, you could stay. No, I'd rather
No,
stay on
I'm
the
done.
couch. I want to do the worst of all worlds. We're not going to have sex, but I do want to stay on your couch.
Yeah.
And I won't be
Barely
gone.
get any sleep.
I'll still be here when you wake up in the morning. You might want to
Your
make me some
weird
breakfast.
old cat was sleeping on me all night.
You got any coffee?
It goes from like intense erotica to just totally transactional in a moment. And I don't know what happened. My body just suddenly at the last second, just no interest.
Done. Checked out.
But I'll take a cup of coffee. Sure, absolutely. And you got some eggs and a little bacon. I like them, not too runny, but a little bit, Okay, yeah, sure.
You give the eggs back. You're like, could you redo these? They're a little too hard over.
Yeah.
Softer.
Yeah, eggs are cheap. Just go ahead, toss them out, put a couple others on there.
Did I drive here or do we Uber?
Oh yeah, where's my car?
Can you drive me back to my car?
Yeah. Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, take me back to the bar. Take me back to the Chili's.
Chili's. Yeah, I think I left the car at the Applebee's.
It was an early night.
Oh man, speaking of that spinach dip was fantastic.
Oh, and that happy
How
hour.
did we meet? That night, I took home an Applebee's waitress and didn't remember how we met. I think she gave me some
she got a good
complimentary spinach dip, and
that's when
just,
you were in right there.
The conversation starts, and she likes spinach, I like spinach.
And you like dip.
But I had a little too much spinach dip and couldn't perform. I guess you can put it that way. At the end of the,
I left some of it in
day.
the bathroom. Didn't quite make it to
went into a food coma at the last moment. But sorry, maybe next time. Just don't
Spinach
feed
and
me.
artichoke dip and boneless wings.
Yep.
Fried cheese.
Boneless wings. At the end of the night.
Chicken nuggets covered in sauce.
Yeah.
Homemade chicken fingers. I saw that sign once. It made no sense to me.
Homemade.
We cut up their fingers right out back.
It was in a Wendy's about 20 years ago.
Homemade
There was a
in a
little
way.
thing that said chicken fingers, homemade style. Who the hell makes chicken fingers at home?
Just
I've
like
never
grandmas.
heard.
Remember you grew up having grandma's
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
fingers?
absolutely.
Who wants chicken fingers?
What are they?
Well, I stripped up the chicken in strips.
Chicken
so
fingers
they're not-
taste.
I didn't think chickens had fingers. So okay, they're just finger-like. Is what
They
you're saying.
do now.
These fingers taste just like the good old
Yeah,
days.
just like the chicken fingers that Mama used to
I remember
prepare.
our old chicken hands.
That's when I realized promotion departments will just say anything. Home style chicken fingers. No such thing. Some things aren't good made at home. I mean, you could do all right with pizza. You can do okay.
Yeah.
But like pizza is best made in a pizza oven that runs 12 hours a day and has the ghost of all the other pizzas that have been cooked in there. And you just can't duplicate it. There are some foods that you just can't do better than actually ordering out.
Well, what if you have English muffins, a toaster oven, pizza sauce, and some gnarly cheese?
You've got yourself
Little mini pizzas.
little mini. You could call them pizzas. That's the thing. Did you, when any of you guys were in school in the cafeteria, they would give us something that they called pizza.
Oh,
It
that
was-
square stuff?
It was like French bread.
Yeah.
With a layer of tomato sauce and
Oh, yeah.
cheese.
We got those.
Ours were
It's
like
not pizza.
Ours were like discs that were like kind of maybe like an inch tall around.
Oh, we had giant sheet pizzas that they'd make. And I saw the recipe the other day on TikTok. Do you want to remember the pizza that you had? Well, I'll
like,
make
no
it for you
thanks.
right now.
Can
Nah.
we stop calling it pizza?
Well, that's what it is.
It's not pizza.
Well, what is it?
It's French bread
It's
with
not pizza.
with sauce.
Well, there's French bread pizza and there's regular pizza.
Jerry Seinfeld, why are you fighting me on this?
The only pizza I like is New York style.
Well, everything's great in New York.
Of course it is. Even the crime.
Best crime in America.
New York crime.
Big city crime. Proud of it.
But it was so doughy. It was like you are from where I'm, or you grew up near there. You've
Yeah.
at one point in your life tried Pudgy's Pizza,
Yes,
which is a
I
chain
have.
up there. It's the same. It tastes like that high
yeah,
school
I guess
pizza.
it's cheap pizza that where
Doughy.
you can get drunk,
Yeah,
and go out and
eat
get
the whole thing.
buy 12 Milwaukee's Best for $7, and then order a sheet pizza from Pudgy's and just sit around and get fat.
Yeah, I did that.
That's really.
Or you ordered it-
It's cold outside anyway. What else you gonna do?
You order it at quarter to 11. You call Pudgy's and you order a sheet pizza, and you ask for some gross
Yeah.
item on half of it. And then around 12, you go to the dumpster, and there it is. It's still fresh.
Yum.
That was a good
Some
scheme
gross
for a while.
toppings.
Well, yeah, you order something that people don't want that they can't just get rid of,
Oh, okay.
So
it's
you
like-
don't show. So you order it.
and you don't pick
Yeah.
it up.
You don't pick it up, and then nobody wants to take it home at the end of the night.
Right.
To feed their friends.
And then it's in the
And so
dumpster.
you show up.
It's in the
Smart.
dumpster. Yeah.
That's that's real.
Life
that's,
hack.
Economical.
Dumpster diving for pizza. That is, you really ought to write a book.
Have you ever carried a garbage bag filled with Pizza Hut breadsticks from their dumpster to your apartment?
No, I haven't.
You haven't lived.
How poor were you?
Very.
I was poor, but my goodness gracious, I never ate out of a dumpster.
I love that premeditated dumpster diving.
Yeah.
Where you manipulate the system.
So would you have to wait till everybody went home? Would you?
We knew when they closed.
Like when they were bringing out the trash. Were you guys waiting behind the dumpster or a tree or something?
We didn't live that far away, and we knew, the secret, the back alley, whatever.
Yeah.
And as soon as the lights went off, you knew the garbage was out.
Uh-huh.
And because you ordered it after they'd already taken all the garbage out,
it's going to be in
on
that
top.
last.
Yeah, it's right on top.
Oh, okay. All right, it's a good scheme
And
there.
you knew that Dunkin' Donuts, back when they made the donuts there, the day old ones got put in these big bags.
From breakfast to a midnight snack.
Yeah.
You've got the dumpsters are delivering to a young Tim Andrews.
You got to survive.
High off the hog.
He was surviving.
I've driven around with a bag of donuts as well.
You could find that giant sack.
yeah.
It was like a big flour sack. There'd be 100 thrown out donuts in it, and you'd have donuts for a week.
Once something goes into the dumpster, I
Well,
don't.
they were next to the dumpster, the donuts.
It's fine. Then it's good.
If it's been there for just a little bit,
Eat a
it's fine.
couple and
I
then you
have
throw
a
the rest
snake-
at cars.
There you go.
What's that on?
I have a snake plant that I got from a CVS dumpster, and it's thriving.
You saved its life.
I did.
You gave it a second chance.
Thank you.
Well, no. Now what's happened is she's opened up some sort of space portal, and we're all time and space because those don't. that plant was meant to die that day, and you've messed up all of
The whole,
history.
the whole timelines. Yeah, it's all messed up.
If you hadn't have saved that plant, Zelensky and Trump would have gotten along just fine.
Sliding doors.
You screwed up everything.
Autumn's fault. I don't like her.
She admitted to us that at the beginning of the war, she kind of had little fantasies about you.
Before I grew the beard.
I don't know. Remember that first myth that was put out there by the intelligence agencies, and then women read it and went, "Oh, that's me too." That women were fantasizing.
They love a short
Zelensky.
Ukrainian man with a coke problem who only has one shirt.
He's actually changed his look. It used to be that olive.
I have
drab,
a green one and a black one.
but there's some kind of logo now that's on. When he was in the Oval Office, what was that logo, George?
A swastika.
No, I think it's just like Ukrainian.
That's only one part of your military.
I keep that on the T-shirt.
Not the official.
Not the Azov battalion.
No, it's like
It's the undershirt.
He's like now as this is winding down. Azov forever, please don't come after me. That's what nobody's talking about that I see. The next thing, since we can all admit now that I called this one right from day one. I'll tell you something that nobody's writing about, or because nobody wants to look at what's really happening in Ukraine, there's a possibility that if he strikes a deal with Putin and the war stops, I'll tell you right now, I'm not predicting it, but there's a possibility that Ukraine could dissolve into some sort of civil war, because the Azov street people, who then became the Azov battalion once this war got going, these people are not. I mean, they're the real deal, and at least I'm going to tell you that as much as you hate Hitler, they don't. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
let's put it that way, and they are not going to be. They will turn against Zelensky or anybody in that Ukrainian government that makes any kind of deal, and whether or not they'll just lay down their arms and go home. When they started out as a street brigade. They weren't a battalion. They were not an official. They were street goons, but they're also the best fighters that they have. So they had to kind of absorb them and kind of try to change their image a little bit and all of that. But their leadership is still, very. Look up this guy Banderas, this leader that they in World War II. They are. I can't remember. Yeah, World War II. Yeah, they are. They're like never. And so mark the day that Eric von Hessler said, nobody's talking about this, but there's a possibility that there could be some sort of civil, I don't know, full-on war. I don't know how strong.
Yeah, how many are left?
The Zelensky
That's the real
side.
question: is how many are left?
What that's true about all of Ukraine, though. Mm-hmm. But the Azov people have been fighting with passion and commitment. It's not a conscription thing with the Azov deal. These are generational fighters who, believe in their wacky cause, And so if it breaks down into some sort of civil strife, yeah, their numbers are diminished, but there's no real opposition to them. The rest of the army is a lot of volunteers after the initial invasion, but also a lot of conscription. And with conscription, you're there because you have to be there. The Azov people are not there for that reason. They're there because they're on a mission. And so, mark my words,
maybe
there's a
because-
chance, and it might be one of the reasons that he's reluctant to publicly talk about talking to Putin. He's in a weird place. Zelensky is in a weird place, and I think he was kind of lied to by our intelligence agencies and NATO, and every time he wanted to make a deal, we came along and said, no, don't do it, we're with you forever, which he never should have believed. We're never in a war forever. They always say that, but that's when you say that, you think if you say it loud enough, the war will end quickly. But no Americans are in a war forever. We're not generational warfare people.
It won't be that long before school gets out. And if you're thinking about buying a new home this summer, now is the time to get the ball rolling. This is Scott Slade. My friends at MyLand always recommend getting pre-approved before starting to shop for your next home. Make sure you know how much you can afford and have your financing ready to make an offer when you find your dream home. MyLand is who I recommend for all home financing needs, whether it's a second mortgage, cash out refinance, or purchase of a new home. They even have a great new product that allows you to qualify for an investment or rental property without personal income documents. Whatever type of mortgage you need, MyLand will close your loan fast without issues and headaches and make sure you have the best rate in town. Call MyLand. 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com. Spelled it MILEND. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage Licensee 148769. Located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
When it comes to your home, quality is crucial. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. Quality comes first. We have the most experienced exterior craftsmen in the industry.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, President Trump says tonight will be big, and he will tell it like it is. The president makes his first address to a joint session of Congress since retaking the White House. It will focus on his record so far, the economy, border security, and his plan for global peace. Some Democrats are planning to disrupt the president's speech. You can hear the president's address and the Democrats' response live on WSB tonight starting at at 9 o'clock. New analysis finds some car prices could jump by as much as $10,000 under new Trump administration tariffs. Brian Moody with Kelley Blue Book tells WSB even if cars are assembled in the U.S., they're likely made up of parts from other countries.
You could argue that the way around this is for certain automakers to build more of their cars here in the U.S. That worked in the 70s and 80s, and that was the intention of the Reagan and Clinton administrations.
He also says the tariffs will impact about 40% of lower-priced cars. Gwinnett County Police are searching for a burglary suspect who broke into the basement of a home on Cannings Lake Court in Lawrenceville, takes a shower, and steals a key and other items.
It's just a bizarre story. However, we want to make sure that this person is apprehended and identified.
Corporal Juan Madiedo with Gwinnett Police says that they have released pictures of the suspect and we have posted them at WSBradio.com. Great news for walkers, runners, and bikers in Atlanta. The City Council approves $1.7 million in grant money to extend one of its trails.
Path 400 runs along Georgia 400 in Buckhead and will soon reach the Sandy Springs city limits thanks to the grant funds from the Georgia DOT. Atlanta City Councilman Howard Shook says the trail will eventually connect to the Atlanta Beltline and
ultimately it's going to connect to the Silver Comet Trail and be part of really one of the densest multi-use trail networks in the country.
Shook says it's a great way to get people off the roads while keeping them healthy. It will be about 5.2 miles long once complete. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Wall Street making a bit of a comeback after being down over 800 points earlier today. The Dow is now down 300 points. The S&P is down 15, and the NASDAQ is actually up 133 points. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Andrew Seco.
Good afternoon, Bill. Starting things off, checking that earlier merge Madison to Midtown. Roadwork has cleared. 400 South merging into 85 South, exit 1A. Those delays thinning out quite nicely. No need for an alternate through here. Checking delays leaving Douglas County. Brush fire. Looks like it's been cleared, but the brake lights remain. I-20 eastbound. You're slow from Post Road over to Bill Arp Road. You may want to use Highway 78 to get around there. And roadwork still active on the southwest side. I-285 southbound. The outer loop looking at right lane blockage here, getting past Langford Parkway at exit 5. Andrew Seco, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy and breezy today. High near 70. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Heavy rain and thunderstorms arrive after midnight, sweeping through the metro region through 5 a.m. Damaging wind gusts may knock down trees and power lines for early tomorrow morning. Drying out tomorrow afternoon, though still cloudy and breezy, high 65.
71 in Stockbridge, 66 in Austell, 67 in Johns Creek. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health. And I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So, when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Atlanta area attorneys. 404-793-0000. 1 Glen Lake Parkway Northeast, Suite 975, Atlanta, Georgia 30328. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. CordellCordell.com.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast local service and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder.
I researched window companies for the last year to see what the average prices were and the quality of work. Window Nation nailed both.
Get 2 windows free with every 2 you buy. Pay no interest for 2 full years. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90-NATION.
So while you were in Dublin, you mentioned that you found it difficult, like you drank with the Scottish, obviously the English, who are, and now the Dubliners.
The Irish, yes.
Yeah, the Dubliners.
The Dubliners.
Dubliners. The Dubliners. Dublin.
There were a couple people that
Was
were
Bono there? And he's, hey,
no, I got told they don't like.
Alexei Navalny.
He just walks around yelling that.
They don't like
Hey,
Bono.
Bono.
They do not like him. That's
Hey,
what I got
Bono,
told.
what do you got to say? Alexei Navalny.
Yeah, they were not fans because we brought up him.
Why would you bring him up? Of course they're not fans.
Well, because I was asking about like who.
Conor McGregor hates him.
Don't you bring that bastard's name up in there. Come over, smash over there.
A lot of
At
the
least
Irish
bring up the edge.
A lot of the Irish were not big fans of you either. They were like, we don't accept him anymore.
Oh, they're going after you now, Conor.
Screw Ireland. What about the
Huh? Did you just say something?
I talked about Lucky Charms.
I told you, I'm not even drunk now. I don't understand what he's saying.
So I wanted to get to that. I wanted to get to that because I was thinking of this the other day. When I was a kid, and still today to a certain degree, but when I was a kid, I was terrible with accents. And we lived in some areas for a while, had a lot of migrant workers and stuff around apple orchards and things like that. And so we would be on. It would be when they were doing that. It must have been close to school season because we'd all be riding the bus together. And like I was a little kid. I was like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. And I'd be like, I can't, like I knew people were speaking English, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. And the other day, was last week, that Indian reporter was asking a question of Trump.
Don't understand
in the middle of it,
anything.
he's just like, I don't know. I can't understand
anything. Yeah, you go ahead.
Well,
and I'm going to make this point. Over the years, some people, because have difficulty understanding accents, have tried to like make me feel like I'm a racist or something because I can't understand somebody's accent. And I think I saw some coverage where with Trump, I can't understand things. Like, here we go. And I always push back on that. Like just because you can't make out somebody else's accent does not mean that you have any hatred in your heart or you just whatever. You just can't figure it out. I guess we've turned everything into
That's a different
some sort of worldview stand, but some people, I guess, can figure it out a little better than other people. I've always had problems when anybody's accent gets too thick. It's time to turn on the subtitles.
Well, the Irish, we talk about word formations and sentence formations a lot here on the show. Like
yes, we do. I think we're known for it. If you stop the average person on the street and said, what's the von Hessler doctrine all about? They'd say word formation,
sentences,
subject, object, verb, or
That's
whatever.
right.
Yeah,
that's
their
right.
subject.
Lots of predicate.
Yeah, their subjects and their objects are not in the right place oftentimes when you listen to them speak, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well,
all right,
maybe
now
ours are in the wrong place.
Perhaps so. Perhaps they would think that if they came here, but you have to really listen carefully.
What,
and it's
from
like,
the 1930s? Perhaps so.
Perhaps so. The Irish.
The Irish don't like Yamamoto. Perhaps so.
But the Scottish and the English.
An American Japanese was recently in Dublin, causing quite the stir. Here we go now.
World news.
Breaking news.
Traveling the globe.
After getting very drunk with the Scots and very drunk with the English, though, I was still able to understand them.
Yeah, the
quite
Scots, I think, would be a little difficult too as they get drunk. They got a pretty heavy accent.
For sure. But
they're angry.
Yes.
I mean, they haven't had a nice day in 400 years.
All we've had to eat is peat moss.
I know Scottish people. None of them wax poetic about the homeland. Like people are just like, oh God, I'm never going back there. I've never been there. I'm sure it's beautiful.
I went in the summertime and it was lovely then, but even in the middle of July, I had to have a jacket, and that's, I mean, if you're wearing
you in the weather, I would like that. I like a nice chill in the air.
In
Me
July?
too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who cares what month it is?
Who cares? Give me I don't know. Give me like a 68-degree day, sunny skies, slight wind. I'm in heaven.
I want to say it was in the.
That's the only way I'm going to get to heaven, but. So let me enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you.
But something about their Senate structure in those two countries makes it easy.
This is all it would sound like to me. Right there, like when you do Conor McGregor.
And at some
yes,
point,
sir.
And when you're drunk, you're just like, I'm like, hell yeah, man, awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, I
or
do
like,
that.
or if it's bad, no, it's not good. No, not good. Yeah.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
you just like read the attitude.
Yeah,
Like, and you
it's
go, oh yeah, that's what I just agree with. Who knows the horrific things I may have agreed with people that I can't really understand their accent.
What's weird?
Yeah, the guy, like I think I'm okay. We're agreeing. And he turns around to his buddy. He's like, he agrees. They must all die. What? No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't say that.
He doesn't know either.
Why have I always been able to do the English accent in varying types of English accents, but when you get to the Irish and the Scottish, it's more difficult.
Yeah. What about the Kiwis? The New Zealand.
New Zealand, eh?
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
New
like
Zealand.
yeah.
Zealand.
It's a little bit different from Australian.
Cheers, mate.
Treyas. There's something about like one says fish and chips, and the other one says fish and cheeps.
That's the
Fish-
Kiwis.
Yeah, fish and cheeps.
Fish and cheese.
That must be the Maori
Is that F-E-E?
influence. Fish and cheeps.
And cheeps, C-H-E-E-P-S. Cheeps.
And nar.
We get those at Easter.
Nar.
You get fish and cheeps.
Fish and cheeps. Listen, we can make money here.
We really could.
Fish and peeps.
Fish and peeps.
Let's
do it.
So
Happy
good.
Easter.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna. It's time to start making money.
Protein and your sweet right there.
It's time to start having some side hustles. We need a good. We need a good side hustle.
Well, especially since eggs are going to
Although-
be so much for Easter this year, we got to come up with an alternative.
Right.
Fish
So-
and peeps.
There you
Eggs
go.
and snake eggs.
Are eggs? Are eggs more? Yeah, it doesn't have to be a chicken egg. You
Right,
know, there's
just
lots
don't
of
let
other
'em hatch.
eggs. Yeah.
Or boil them.
Yeah, no, can't you kill them the way we kill the egg? You know, this is like the chickens don't ever hatch out of our eggs.
Well, usually when eggs come out of a snake, they're fertilized.
Oh, so we got to kill the snake
Yeah, you got
first.
to boil them, kill the little snake in there.
But then you're not going to get any more eggs out of them.
Well, that's
once
okay.
They're dead.
Yeah.
We could get balut.
It's just this year.
What's balut? Is that
Balut is-
television show for children?
Yeah.
Balut.
Bluey.
Balute.
No,
I think it's the
balut
French version.
Balute.
Yeah. So
Balut is a duck, a fertilized duck egg with a duck inside.
Oh, they eat that.
And it's cooked, and then you crack it open, and you drink the juice out, and then you eat the yolk and the baby.
That's
bird.
right up Eric's alley.
goodness gracious.
Yum.
No, thanks.
How about a century egg? The one that's buried under the ground till it turns black, and then they eat that.
I don't know. It sounds horrible. First of all, eggs, like boiled eggs, like I had eggs.
Eggs. That's how you say it. Eggs.
Eggs. It's like eggs. Eggs themselves are not as like a hard-boiled egg. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it. My wife has. I throw a little salt and pepper on, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're not that good. Like when I was a kid for Easter, I never got it. I mean, there's other candy and there's chocolate bunnies, but I never got the whole thing. It was like on Easter, I remember remembering being like 7 years old, thinking, shouldn't I want to eat that really cool looking egg? But I don't. Like it's so cool, and we made them the night before.
Left them out on the counter.
Yeah, left them out on
They're
the counter.
warm.
And it's like, well, wait a minute. Well, how's going on with the Easter Bunny? How come we're doing the work? I like Santa Claus better. You know, we got to leave him something to eat. But he's got a big night.
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny was a taker. Easter Bunny just. Where do you think the Easter Bunny ranks in the Santa Claus rankings? Like the Easter Bunny's got to be
lower.
way jealous and envious of, the Santa cred out there.
Where's
The
two-
Easter Bunny is so uninspiring to children. You almost never see them crying sitting in the lap of an Easter Bunny at a department store. That's like Santa Claus has such a presence,
Right.
that sometimes kids just can't take it when they get up there and they just start bawling. But, a 7-year-old will just walk right by the Easter Bunny at a mall.
Bobby, look at that dumb rabbit.
Hey, you want to go sit on the Easter Bunny's lap? And the kid's just like staring at the mother. Do you know me?
Well, oftentimes they're creepy looking. I have some
They
old,
are.
I have some old family photos where my brothers and sisters were sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap, and it's creepy looking.
Yeah, no, and it depends really on, you need a good suit.
Yes.
Like to not look ratty, because with Santa Claus, you don't have to have the best suit because the look is so iconic with children that they'll fill in the gaps. Like, you just have to kind of look like Santa Claus. But if you have a ratty Easter Bunny outfit, yeah, you look like a creep.
Topical.
I feel for you if you've been working from home.
Local.
And I needed to file with my taxes this police report.
Getting you through your morning.
That offer, by the way, was like, we feel bad, here's $30K.
Mark Arum.
That should have been in the email.
Mark Arum.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey, y'all, Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. And I'm not going to cry in this commercial, I hope. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I am so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. It's all because of the incredible caregivers who came to see them every day. I am so grateful to Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company that vets and hires every single one of their caregiving specialists. They don't have contractors. They're not some national corporation. They are simply the best here in Georgia. And a lot of you have asked me about my journey and if home care is right for your aging parents. I'll tell you what I tell them. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Got a leaky pipe? Ace Hardware Home Services is around the corner with everything you need to fix it, including the expert to do the fixing. Heating or cooling issue? We've got a trusted pro for that, too. We're not just the helpful hardware folks. We're the helpful home service and repair folks, too. From plumbing to heating and cooling, the licensed and insured experts at Ace Hardware Home Services are ready to keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Your neighbors won't say what they're thinking, but I will. Your siding is hideous. Dave Baker here for the only siding company I recommend, Nelson Exteriors. Your ugly siding is faded, warped, cracked, rotting, and just falling apart. Nelson will properly install beautiful new siding with unmatched quality and craftsmanship so it lasts and lasts. They're licensed, insured, and a James Hardy Elite Preferred Contractor. Count on Nelson for an extraordinary renovation. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Thanks for calling Reliable Heating and Air. This is Steve. How can I help you?
Hi, I know it's late, but my furnace just died on us.
Don't worry at all. We have over 300 technicians throughout Metro Atlanta and Macon, so we can get to furnaces fast.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like you have a reliable protection plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. This service call is no charge, and so's the repair.
Thank you so much.
Get fast and fair priced furnace repair. Go to reliableair.com.
Reliable air is always just right.
Tackle your spring cleaning list with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning Spring Sale. Mention me, Chris Chandler, and get 3 rooms for $129 plus a free hallway. Book online at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Hi, I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. They've built their reputation on quality craftsmanship and honest pricing, and I've seen firsthand how they put customers first. That's why I proudly certify them for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with ABC's 3-way warranty, which includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
Spring is the perfect time to update your home, and America's Best Choice makes it easy with these spring specials. Highest quality, energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. Take 10% off a new deck and create the outdoor oasis of your dreams. Enhance your home's curb appeal with limited-time spring pricing on siding and doors. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com today to schedule your free consultation. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust. Prices you can afford.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company, your engagement ring specialist in Beaufort, only 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia. You'll love their larger, high-quality diamond engagement rings, always paired with 5-star customer service. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
We were caught relaxing. And we don't have a lot of work to do today, so you think we can maybe not phone it in? We're only on till 5:30.
A big old basketball game tonight.
Is it?
Georgia, South Carolina.
Big old
I'm telling you, I got to get acquainted with my Southern.
Volleyball.
Got to get reacquainted with my Southern.
Are we going to make it to the tournament?
We don't know.
I think so. I think Georgia's in.
so.
Whether we do or not, the great thing is, once again, we are responding to the request of the audience. If there is a regular season college basketball game available, please get the Von Hessler Doctrine off the air as soon as possible.
Amen.
We really,
Amen.
And you know what? I respect it. I respect it because this is all about entertaining.
Yes.
And my thing is, if the audience has let everybody know they're more entertained by a regular season college basketball game, then I want them to get what they want now, or what they deserve. Perhaps what I should have said. All right, guys, no, not so fast. Well, not yet.
You got a little time.
You know, we can only do half the show today. You got a lot of time, so just
They're warming up.
I know they're warming up, but let them warm up stage left.
The Rivers should do.
Hey, warming up, eh?
I saw English Nick, so he's like kind of a coach for them.
Little round ball, eh?
Do we have any open mics,
Yes,
sir?
you
I know
guys
that
got
we
a
do.
Lot. We had a lot of open mics going into my vacation, but we got a bunch from Friday.
That's a dig
on
because we
Monday.
never play 'em.
No, it's a well-deserved dig. I take it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like because I have apologized to the audience many times, and obviously I am insincere when I do that. But we get a lot of good open mics, and you know we improvise everything on this show every day. And sometimes I forget. If you saw how many stories we don't get to, which is like 40 a day, that are in our little list, then you would understand that there's quite often we plan things, we don't get to them. So that I don't keep on talking until we have to go to a break this time and don't get to an open mic, let's see if we can squeeze one or two in.
Well, these two are related here. I'm assuming you did not get to Autumn's story, and people are
I don't know what
concerned.
I'm going to do with that. It's a damn book. It's a novel now.
People are concerned.
It's not that bad. I shortened it, so it's normal now.
It's nothing. I think you're doing a great job. It's got nothing to do with that.
I know, but you think that this next chapter is way too long, which it was, but I edited it.
You edited it? You edited it?
I edited it. I edited it.
You
down,
edited it.
So now it's normal length.
Okay. All right. Well, we're
It's
only
a
on
length that you can handle.
It's average.
Oh, Tim Andrews suddenly relates.
Perked up. Well, let me play
It's
the
a
open.
manageable.
Don't say perked up. Yes?
It's a manageable length. It's not like, hey, I'm in over my head. I can't.
Should we do it today? Because we have a truncated show.
Let's do it tomorrow. We have more time.
All right. You know what? That's the way I swing in life. So
Yeah.
let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got to do it before Greg gets on tomorrow because he won't. have
He
it.
will be very
He
upset.
will not have
Baby boy can't handle things.
Weren't we going
It's
to do
not
it in his
about him.
voice?
Yeah, but he'll listen.
Yeah.
But I think he hates. He wants his. It's like me time for Greg when he gets on. He's very, very arrogant human being.
Well, Autumn, send me
very
the updated
self-centered,
story.
You know.
I have
already did.
3
Wanna do it
versions.
Oh, well, wow. At least two. You can tell they dated
But I
once.
did.
20 years of
Wow.
animosity. Stupid old head. No, please send it again. Thank you.
There are 3
Took
versions.
my youth.
Well, that was the only thing.
Stole.
With these 3
No,
versions.
was that 35-year-old you married? That 35-year-old you moved in with when you were in high school. That's the one who stole your
It was
youth.
18, 19.
Yeah, he was like 40 or something.
18 going on 60.
45.
He was like, sorry, Autumn, can't have cereal today. I need to buy
Nope.
some more pot.
I have to buy marijuana. You can never ask me to not buy marijuana, even if you're putting the rent on your credit cards.
This is a discussion that was actually had with you.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's and
Wrong with me.
And then she met a guy named Eric Von Hessler. She told that story, and he said, "Yeah, that's not something that you should be putting up with."
Nah.
And then she said, "You know what? You're right." And she went home and she told him off.
Good.
And then I was like, you know who I should hang out with? Tim Andrews.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying your next
after the gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm not saying your next turn. Yeah, well, of course you had a little fun in
Sure.
between. Why not? You got to have a little fun out there. Get a little reputation.
Nothing wrong with a little fun.
There's nothing wrong with a little. Well, sometimes a little fun turns into a lot of fun. Turns into just
Consequences.
You wake up here with a fat guy for a year.
Yeah, and you end up. Yeah, and Tim Andrews was not at his slimmest. As a matter of fact, he was at his most anti-slim stage.
I was on the way up.
I gotta give it to you, Autumn. I mean, really, you were.
I walk it like I talk it.
And then she started to gain a little weight during that time.
Yeah.
And I had to have a
Well, she was
talk with her.
happy.
I had a little talk with her.
Let's have some fish cooked in butter.
I said, Autumn,
Okay.
you're only 22, and you're never going to have this part of your life ever again.
I wanted to fatten her up so she couldn't run away.
I said,
smart.
I said, don't. What did I say? Don't swim
You
too
said
far
don't
from.
swim too far from shore.
Yeah, you always
Well,
want to.
you're buoyant enough.
You want to. You don't want to get so far away from the shore that you look back and go, I just can't. I might as well just stay here. I
swim till you can't
just
see
get
land.
bigger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy if I think back on it, because I think I weighed like 130, which is not insane. Like that's
Yeah.
a goal weight now.
No,
You know what I mean?
Well, oh, good. You're not 22.
You're ahead of your time.
I always had this idea. I'm going to use her in my little ideas that I have for radio. We didn't think of podcasting back then.
Neck up.
What?
Neck up.
Dang.
You could have used her. Neck up.
Could have. I don't get it.
If you're going to use her
You
for
were
these
saying
things.
you wanted
I
to
was go-
use me for
I-
your things, and he said use me neck up.
I don't get it, but
Because
I
I'm
wanted.
fat.
I was
Because I'm a fat pig.
You weren't back then. You weren't a fat pig back then. Because I
It
stepped
is.
in. I stopped in. I stepped in and said, "Stop eating all this food because I want you to be eye candy if I have a project in the future."
Yeah, so it's all about you,
Wow,
Eric.
what a
Wow,
jerk.
all about
Yeah,
Eric.
it's ultimate.
Wow.
You know what? I'm just willing to admit it. Everybody else is exactly the same. They just won't admit it. Yes, it's all
No,
about
Autumn,
me.
You eat your fill now. Okay? You get back at Eric for
am
this.
the
That's ridiculous.
star
Daddy Moto.
of my. Ooh, I've lost you forever now. I'm no longer your daddy. To that. To aging twink, Jared Yamamoto.
Oh, yeah,
That's
he's no
where
daddy.
That's where you're gonna turn.
Hey, she's got to go. She's got to
It's
go.
like-
Who's going to feed her?
This is not exactly Tom Selleck we're talking about over here.
Oh, wow.
It's not a daddy.
Oh, so
no daddy.
So now
Older
I don't
brother.
Daddy, can I go to the EDM festival with you?
So.
Oh, that might be fun.
Daddy.
Don't drink.
Do the girls still walk around with little pasties and stuff?
Oh yeah, of course.
Don't look at me. It's not for you. Well, who's it for? You walking around with a mirror all day long?
That mindset is gradually dissipating. I promise you.
Oh, so
it's,
it's
it's now very
it's an orgy
prideful.
now? It's on?
Pretty much.
Let's go.
Have you ever really thought about the service companies you use? These are the folks you trust to do things for your home and in your home you just can't do for yourself, like taking care of your heating and air conditioning systems. This is Scott Slade, and this is where Ragsdale Heating and Air really stands out to me. I know you can trust them to take care of all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs like they do for me. You can see it for yourself in thousands of reviews at a 4.9 Google rating. It's easy to schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
If you're a longtime Atlanta resident, I don't have to tell you, weather in March goes bananas. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Spring thunderstorms rolling in. Rain, wind, even hail. Want you to get your roof ready for these storms. Dr. Roof here to help you. Check out their March specials at drroof.com. That's drroof.com. Roof repair, roof replacement, heck, even siding and windows, they do it all. Be prepared this crazy March. Go to drroof.com, drroof.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews. I needed some work done on my roof. I'd heard about FGA Roofing on the station, so I called them. If you're in the market for a new roof or repair, give them a call. Mention Tim Andrews and get $1,000 off a new roof. Use your good credit to get 0% interest. Search FGA Roofing today.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, a debate over religious freedom under the Gold Dome. The state Senate voting along party lines today, passing a bill aimed at protecting people of faith.
Republican State Senator Ed Setzler says the Religious Freedom Restoration Act requires the government show a compelling interest for trying to get someone to violate their beliefs.
Yeah, we have to put these protections in place so folks simply get fair treatment. That's all we're looking for.
Opponents like Democratic State Senator Jason Estevez say the bill would allow discrimination, especially in a state without certain civil rights protections.
Without a civil rights law, then the judge is forced to only look at someone's religious beliefs.
Efforts to pass similar legislation have previously failed. The measure now goes to the House. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
And this just in from the Gold Dome. The State House passing legislation to provide a $300 tax credit for gun safety storage equipment or gun safety training. The measure now goes to the Senate. 71 degrees in Atlanta, a line of storms heading our way tonight.
An inch of rainfall is possible from these storms, but also damaging wind gusts as high as 60 miles per hour. That'll be strong enough to knock down some trees and power lines.
Christina Edwards will be watching tonight. Stay up late with us on WSB. We'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. All new at 4 o'clock, an arrest in one of the Georgia wildfires.
One of the Georgia wildfires was intentionally set, and Wendy Burnett with the Georgia Forestry Commission telling us.
We've made an arrest of a Talbot County man who was taken into custody near the location of a 108-acre wildfire, which he is accused of deliberately setting.
She says 52-year-old William Shane Harvey is now charged with felony arson. He's facing a fine of up to $50,000 or 20 years in prison. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A man faces murder charges after a shooting spree in a Paulding County neighborhood. The shootings are in the Fox Ridge subdivision. Sheriff's Department spokesman Jordan Yotis says the suspect is arrested at the scene of the crime.
2 people have been shot. Other residents at the home were able to subdue the suspect, essentially hold him down.
52-year-old Jody Thomas Wales now facing numerous charges, including murder. 73-year-old Larry Thomas Wales is killed. No word on his relationship to the suspect. Another shooting victim is now in critical condition. Grieving South Georgia parents sue the U.S. government after their 14-year-old son is crushed by a locker room wall on an airbase.
A collapsing 3,300-pound locker room wall pinned Gabriel Stone in the pool house at Warner Robins Air Force Base. His mother, Timberly Stone, wants no other family to endure this.
Oh, God. It's horrible.
Atlanta attorney Dr. Rod Edmond calls the military's report on it selective, says it never mentions any inspections of the nearly 60-year-old wall. And with military installations all over Georgia,
what is scary as hell about it is that this construction company put up other walls.
the lawsuit is seeking inspections and repairs in all similar facilities. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The state of Georgia is now declared free of highly pathogenic bird flu in poultry. It means the state can start exporting poultry products again. This is good news for the overall poultry industry in Georgia. Owners of flocks in Georgia will continue to be vigilant with testing to ensure safety. A warning from the Gwinnett County School District today after reports of a stranger targeting high school students.
In a letter to students and families at Seconder High School near Buford, Principal Jimmy Fisher says parents need to pay close attention to their child's online and social media activity. That's after a stranger uses social media to contact students, inviting them to meet at various locations in the county. That person eventually shows up at the school and has been issued a criminal trespass warning. Officials haven't released his name or any info on why he was communicating with students. School resource officers and other local law enforcement agencies are investigating. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Money Update. The end of a wild day on Wall Street after President Trump levies tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Dow's down close to 700 points. S&P down more than 1%. And the NASDAQ down 65 points at the closing. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic. And here is Andrew Seco.
All right, Bill, let's start things on the southeast side. We have a travel advisory. Only a left lane open with this big rig stall. 20 eastbound approaching Panola Road, exit 71. The back door all the way past 285. And that alternate starting to fill in Covington Highway as well. Got a tough ride as you you're leaving Panthersville, heading on over to Douglasville, where we're seeing the remains of a brush fire. Got a right lane block. No need for an alter, but those delays a little tough. I-20 eastbound, you're slow from Post Road all the way to Bill Arp Road. And better news on the southwest side of things. Earlier roadwork by the airport clear. 285 south. The outer loop at Langford Parkway, exit 5. Got a smooth ride approaching Hartsfield Jackson. With a look at the delays to Midtown downtown, here's Sydney Darden.
Well, the worst of those delays are going to start if you're coming from 85 southbound, merging on from Georgia 400. Now, once you merge with 75, onto the downtown connector, it's a slow ride through Midtown. The good news is, though, downtown doesn't look nearly as bad once you get past that exit to North Avenue. Speaking of delays, 85 northbound looking a lot clearer. No delays around University Avenue like we usually see. Once you get to I-20, you are going to start hitting those brake lights, but they do break apart by the time you get to Midtown. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies, windy this evening. Temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s around midnight as a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms roll through. Damaging wind gusts could be associated with these storms, but drying out for the morning commute. Daytime high 65 on Wednesday. Temperatures falling into the low 30s on Thursday morning.
65 in Roswell, 71 in Decatur, 70 in Hampton. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I know with your irony, Eric didn't even get to an open mic after that whole thing. All right, fine. We're going to do some open mics. But first, we have to do this. Word of the day.
Irrumpent.
Woo! And I'm not talking about Tim Andrews' flatulence.
Irrumpent.
Irrumpent. Anybody? Anybody got any clues? Any ideas?
Spell it.
Oh, the demands. Always the demands. I'll spell it if I must. By the way, it's an adjective.
Thank you.
E-R-U-M-P-E-N-T. Spells?
Irrumpent.
No clue.
No clue?
That's what it means. No clue.
Well, you used it in context, so I'm going to say it's like an explosion.
No. No, it's not an explosion. Not an explosion. George Clark.
To do something clumsily and loudly.
That should be the definition. You should have been in charge of defining words, because that's not the definition, but that would be a good one.
Ad hoc.
Nope. No, I get it, though. Jared Yamamoto.
A workplace disruption.
That would be a...
Irrumpent.
No. You don't have to go to HR because of...
Irrumpent.
Behavior in the workplace.
Are you a rumpet?
Guys.
I can fix it.
We'll get it fixed right here in the office.
Yeah.
You'll be rumpant before you even leave.
Got to do a little draining first.
And we have,
milk.
Of course, photos will be necessary. Really necessary? No, yeah, we got to have photos.
Yeah, I need them.
We need to have the different
Before
stages.
and after.
Before and after.
It helps me remember.
That's right.
You go from larva to pupa.
It's a biological term.
Mm-hmm.
And it means bursting forth or through a surface.
Okay.
What did I say? Explosion?
You said, no, you said an explosion. This is more, think emergent than explosion.
I won't.
You're bursting forth. I know you're
Put your
thinking.
foot down.
I know you're thinking of that as an explosion, but it means
make
just
me.
I would imagine like when a butterfly comes out of its cocoon, it would be
Or like a
Irrumpent.
zit explodes on your face.
See,
you
you're-
don't know it.
That's more of an eruption.
you're still confusing it with
How about
eruption.
a cyst that oozes?
That's kind of the
slowly?
same thing, but a little bit different.
How about a porky pig coming through the drum?
That would be.
Irrumpent.
Thank you. Bursting forth very quickly.
Bursting, like exploding out.
When the band comes out before Georgia, and they all go through the
when
big.
they explode through that thing?
when
Got
they
it.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah, that's right.
Next.
That's right, Autumn. They have to get a new band
Georgia
every
stuff.
week because all the kids exploded the week before. That's
No,
right.
they explode through the
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
thing. Amen.
You know you're wrong. Would you like to apologize to me
I
now?
will never apologize.
You should have. You're not coming back to the White House until you do.
I'll never go to the White House, and I live next door.
That's right. You do. She does. She lives next door.
She does.
That's right. Just outside the fence.
I wish you'd pick up all of your chickens. They're all over the place.
Yeah, you got to make a formal complaint.
I think, look, if you want to solve the egg problem, get some chickens.
All right, Jared Yamamoto, let's actually do some open mics.
Well, again, people are concerned about Autumn's story. I believe we're getting lots of open
Okay.
mics like this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear the 5 things you all did last week. But I'll tell you one thing you didn't do last week. Read Autumn's story.
Yeah.
I've gone through the 5 stages of grief just waiting to hear that thing. When there was no mention of it on Thursday or Friday, I finally just accepted that it's never going to happen.
Oh, now let's not get passive aggressive. It's never going to happen.
So I'm going to insert Doge into the show. So the 5 things last week you didn't get around to even 2.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you understand, Elon. We improvise this show. So sometimes I'll say we're going to do something, and then we get off on a thing, and I'm having fun, and I'm like, well, I'm like a 10-year-old at a water park. I'm going to cry if you make me go home. I'm having fun, so I want to stay at the water park, and I end up not doing the other thing.
We need the show to be as stable as this administration has been so far. So try to keep things going, in the way they should go.
Basically, keep things in line, right?
Yes.
We're gonna do it tomorrow, right? Yeah. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right on them?
Yeah.
Well, we have a short show today.
Short show.
Got a short show.
Short show today.
Short
I got
show.
a big
Let's
speech
go.
tonight. You gonna watch the speech?
Oh, we haven't even talked about that. Well, I got to do open mics. No, kids. You got another little over an hour. And you'll have the floor to you'll have the WSB parquet all to yourselves. But right now, we're holding court.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's our court.
All right. I do want to talk about the speech tonight a little bit, but first let's get to another open mic. Let me do my damn job.
I've been a fan of the Von Hessler doctrine.
Thank you.
Pretty much since day one.
It's
but
mutual.
my new favorite thing is probably y'all's obsession with the country of Chad.
Mhm.
Cracks me up every time.
Chad.
So, I'm the ambassador from Chad. My name is Chad.
You got another fan there.
Oh, that's so cool.
We focus on Chad.
You should come visit. We have a great visitors bureau.
I hear it's bad. I hear it's bad in Chad.
Dude,
That's what I've
it's
heard.
not bad in Chad. We got a great
guys
gym
are-
program. You could learn. You can come over and practice for your triathlon.
There's a lot of hacky sack.
A lot of hot chicks running around. We play hacky sack. Those are the dude bro Chads. But the muscle Chads, dude, you should hang out with us.
You know, when I was younger, that kind of started on my watch, like
Hacky sack.
hacky sack. And
Good
I would,
job.
no, I didn't do it. I never did. I've never had any kind of hand-eye coordination, so I've never been in. I didn't like video games, anything, And when I'd be hanging out with people, whenever the hacky sack would start, I would just my eyes would just be like, oh no, I am so bored. I would rather be anywhere because it would just go on. There was no winner.
Hey, bro.
It was the most communist thing ever. We're gonna work together. Nobody gets any points. Nobody. It's just like it just goes on and
I
on.
liked it.
Of course you did. And then my
Commie
friends started doing the lighter thing off the back of their hands. It's the same
Oh,
thing.
pass the thing back.
Pass
yeah.
pass the lighter, and it's the same thing as trying to.
What? What's that?
Well, you place one of those,
A
just
Bic lighter.
a Bic lighter
Uh-huh.
on the back of your hand, and then you got to catch it with the back of your hand as it's thrown to you, and
Oh,
keep
I
it
don't
on.
know that one.
It's just like hacky sack. It's just it's for those who can't
Hacky light.
actually can't afford a hacky sack because they're spending all their money on
Or if you don't have
cigarettes.
feet.
That's a good point. Too.
What about those? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really offends me.
Why?
No, and because seeing other people play the hacky sack
Right.
when I have my nephew.
Yeah.
my
He has that wooden foot.
He has no feet. And I just to watch him just sit there and just get more and more depressed as all the hippies kept showing off their youth and vitality with
You
their
got him a
abilities
lighter.
to.
and he was able to-
I actually
he was
started
able- he
that.
was able
one.
to
It was
play
a
along.
charity. It was
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Blame me. But am I wrong for caring about my friend?
You are a problem
Go
solver.
to hell, I say to you.
Problem solver, Eric Von Hessler.
No, I said that to you. Directly to you. Go to hell. Oh no! Of course, as always, my ranting and raving is always aimed directly toward the audience, the people who deserve it. For heaven's sakes! I mean, if you're going to tune in and listen to a show like this all day long, somebody needs to set you straight. Maybe it has to be the host of that show. You have one more open mic real fast?
I sure do. People were concerned about your illness last week, and they are speculating as to what you may have.
I'm dying.
Hey, Eric Von Hessler. If you feel better standing up than sitting down and you're dealing with nausea, you may have a kidney stone and not just a flu. So if you just find yourself feeling better walking around and standing up than sitting down, and you're not actually throwing up, then you need to go get yourself checked out for kidney stones.
Well, I have been checked out for such things in the past. I do have gravel. I have gravel.
Kidney gravel?
Yeah. And so I do. So I know about this. Now the good thing is it's gravel. The bad thing is you get more of it. So it passes
You have like
quicker.
dust.
Yeah, it passes quicker because it's gravel.
Sandy P.
No, it's not like
I
that.
know her.
But
She's a
she used to-
sweetheart.
she did traffic for us 10 years
Y'all
ago.
in traffic on 75. There's a mattress in the way. Somebody dropped the ladder.
Thank you, Sandy P.
Bye.
Literally the sweetest woman you could ever meet.
We used to say goodbye.
Not really sweet.
I brought muffins. Bye-bye.
Too sweet.
They're in the trough.
We used to say at the end of the traffic report, we say goodbye to Sandy P.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll be in the copter waiting till the next break.
All right, Sandy P. Andrew Seco. Uh-oh, he's going to be upset that Sandy P's back in town.
Andy
trying
C.
to take his
Sandy
job.
P and Andy C.
Andrew Seco says, unfortunately, there's a travel advisory on I-20 in DeKalb.
Unfortunately, there is only a left lane open with this big rig stall. I-20 eastbound at Panola Road, exit 71. Feeling those delays all the way back past 285. You're hitting those brake lights passing Candler Road, exit 65. You want to use Covington Highway as a way to dodge those delays. Taking a look at the ride out through Douglas County. Brush fire still active. Right lane blocked, but the delays not too bad anymore. 20 eastbound. Just a bit of a tap of the brakes from Post Road over towards Bill Arp Road. That's exit 34. And the ride through Midtown downtown, seeing the brake lights north and south. You're jammed on that pedal. 75, 85. North and south from I-20 up towards 17th Street. That's exit 251. Taking a look at your ride through Norcross into Duluth. How we looking, Cindy Darden?
Well, you are still, of course, jammed up in all directions on Spaghetti Junction. That's nothing new. But once you get off to I-85 northbound to make your way through Gwinnett County, it's only about an 18, 19-minute trip time to get you from 285 all the way up to 316. The most of your delays are going to be around exit 99 and Jimmy Carter Boulevard. But other than that, not too much slowing you down as you make your way up 85 from the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
The morning rush hour, the evening rush hour, and everything in between.
Slow spots are starting to build up the east side perimeter on 285 North.
Tune in 24/7 with the Triple Team Traffic
We've
Center.
had several breakdowns, including one in the express lane.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed a musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where AquaGuard comes in, a Groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at aquaguard.net/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
At Shane Company, we make finding your perfect engagement ring fun and easy. Because let's be honest, you might feel a little stressed out. We get it. That's why we do all the hard stuff. It's our job to bring you the biggest selection of beautiful diamonds and colorful gemstones, so many amazing settings, and all the customization your heart desires. We've got your style and your price range covered, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Come in for a warm welcome and leave with your dream ring and an experience you'll never forget. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews. I needed some work done on my roof. I'd heard about FGA Roofing on the station, so I called them. If you're in the market for a new roof or repair, give them a call. Mention Tim Andrews and get $1,000 off a new roof. Use your good credit to get 0% interest. Search FGA Roofing today.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
When it comes to beautiful, they wrote the book. Siding, paint, windows, and doors gives your home a brand new look.
At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Plus, all our projects come with an extended labor warranty. Visit SuperiorPro.com for a free in-home design consultation.
Superior Pro, the pros to know. The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? You inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation can take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
So you just told me a story, Tim Andrews, that Neil Young, who's Neil Young's doing a show in Ukraine to show support for.
Yeah, I read it online this morning.
And somebody else, you said Neil Young and somebody else.
Well, we were coming up with a comedy premise that
Marshmallow will be playing.
Oh, that's right, Zelensky.
So.
No, we were
Zelensky Yamamoto.
No, it's Volodymyr Yamamoto.
Volodymyr. Yes, there we go.
Zelensky.
Yes.
What happened?
So right here, right now.
Let's say you're Jesus Jones.
Spots. It's solo vol modo.
Solo volo moto.
What's up, guys? I want to talk about political things.
So this is, the world is just, it's, if you live long enough, you just see things, you just see things you never thought. We've lived long enough that now Ringo Starr has a better singing voice than Paul McCartney. Nobody ever thought we'd live and see things like this. And now you got these 60s, tin soldiers.
Tin soldiers and Putin's coming.
Well, it's about these 60s people. So now Neil Young is in lockstep with the intelligence agencies of the United States. And so Neil Young is upset. We got to stop this Trump. He's trying to stop war. What has happened? What has happened?
No idea.
This Trump is trying to stop a war. He is dangerous.
We need more war.
Weren't these guys against war? I thought that was the idea. They were against war.
Has to be the right war.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, this is just like World War II.
Yeah, seriously.
God, Neil Young, what is he still getting his news from? Time magazine up in Canada somewhere? It's like, oh, I got my latest Time magazine.
I love Pfizer and war.
The new Neil Young single drops today. I love Pfizer and war.
Let's kill everybody that doesn't agree.
And definitely censorship is necessary.
People shouldn't be allowed to say certain things.
That 60s generation. This Trump is dangerous. He's trying to stop a war.
He's Hitler.
Only Hitler would try to stop a war. Unreal. So you got another open mic for us real fast here so people can think, hey, Eric actually lived up to his word.
These open micers are smart.
Tuesday.
They are smart, Eric. They've picked up that you have strange rules, and they want to call you out. Listen to this.
Eric Von Hessler.
Yeah.
Was kind of curious about your
shoot.
draconian rules about food. You've got the rule about ice cream, and you shouldn't have it in your freezer. You can only enjoy it if you're walking with your gal at the state fair, go to the ice cream shoppy. And now you got rules about air fryers in the break room.
Yeah.
By the way, on the ice cream, don't you have Chick-fil-A milkshakes all the time?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, well,
Busted.
just like you and everybody else listening, I'm a bit of a hypocrite.
Rules
But-
for thee, not for me.
Yeah. My mother didn't know that one. She would just say, do as I say, not as I do. That's the way that I learned it.
Eric, you've been busted.
You know what? If you in the audience are going to take that kind of attitude today, you know what I've decided? I'm only doing another hour. How about
What?
that?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. You
I'm just
can't do
gonna
that.
I'm just going to leave at 5:30.
No.
You can all just kiss. You know what you can kiss. Right there. There's somebody doing it right now, and it feels fantastic. Andrew Seco has better news on I-20 in DeKalb.
That we do. It's a good thing we check traffic every 10 minutes because we are already moving much better, leaving 285 towards the Mall of Stonecrest. That stall has cleared. All lanes back open. 20 eastbound Panola Road, exit 71. Still seeing a little bit of a brake light spot, though, as you're heading into Douglasville. That brush fire still in the right lane, causing some delays. 20 eastbound on and off that pedal from Post Road down to Bill Arp Road. That's exit 34. How are we looking as we circle the city, Sydney Darden?
Well, we just found something new. It's a stalled vehicle, I-285 eastbound on the outer loop near Jonesboro Road, exit 55. It's knocking out one lane, causing you some slight delays as you make your way into DeKalb County. Speaking of delays, over on the north side, I-285 westbound on the outer loop, you are slow leaving Georgia 400, making your way past exit 25 to Roswell Road and on into Cumberland. This traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
If you're a longtime Atlanta resident, I don't have to tell you, weather in March goes bananas. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Spring thunderstorms rolling in. Rain, wind, even hail. Want you to get your roof ready for these storms. Dr. Roof here to help you. Check out their March specials at drroof.com. That's drroof.com. Roof repair, roof replacement, heck, even siding and windows. They do it all. Be prepared this crazy March. Go to drroof.com, drroof.com.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
It's March. The time changes. The season changes. But it also means that baseball is back and maybe a certain golf tournament is just around the corner. It also is probably time to update your home entertainment system, you think? Dave Baker here for Brightbox Electrical, a Cool-Rate company. Make your home the place to be this season simply by calling your friends at Brightbox Electrical. Brightbox can make your home entertainment system dream a reality. They can customize your home theater, add a surround sound system, connect every room in your house to music, hook up your outdoor living space for music and TV, and more. I think I'm going to look into adding a golf simulator, but let's just keep that our little secret for now, though, okay? It's all good. Brightbox has you covered. Right now, you can get $50 off any electrical service or a free TV mount with the purchase of a new TV install. March is the perfect time to upgrade. Simply go to brightboxelectrical.com and schedule your appointment today for a time and day that worked best for you. That's brightboxelectrical.com.
Heavy rain can significantly impact your septic system by saturating the soil and causing backups in your home. I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. We can help. My licensed, insured, experienced team responds 24/7 with upfront pricing and high-quality work.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Details online.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
Superior Pro, the pros to know.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, President Trump says tonight will be big. The theme of the president's address tonight to a joint session of Congress will be the renewal of the American dream.
The White House says the address will feature 4 main points: President Trump's accomplishments at home and abroad, plus his plans for the economy, global peace, and border security. Kennesaw State political scientist Kerwin Swint says it'll be an opportunity, but also a risk.
He's going to have obviously friendly Republicans in there, but a lot of unhappy Democrats, and we'll see whether Democrats are going to make a show of it or not, whether there are boos or catcalls.
Democrats will deliver a response to the address. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
And you can hear live coverage of the president's address and the Democrats' response live on WSB and the WSB radio app. It is now 70 degrees in Atlanta. What time do the storms arrive? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This is just in from the state capitol. The House has passed legislation on school safety. It's the package to provide more mental health resources for schools, requiring records are shared quickly between districts and increases penalties for those who make threats against schools. We will have more from Jonathan O'Brien at the state capitol coming up in the news at 5 o'clock. A creepy burglary case out of Gwinnett County. Police are now searching for the suspect.
A man walked into an unlocked basement door at a home on Cannings Lake Court in Lawrenceville. Once inside, he looked around the basement, heads to the bathroom where he takes a shower. Then he grabs a key to the house, a lighter, and a knife. Corporal Juan Mariero telling us.
So it's kind of an odd story, but definitely a burglary nonetheless, and something that we need stopped and identified.
Gwinnett police have now released a picture of the suspect. We have it on our website. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia House unanimously approves legislation today to prohibit the death penalty for people with intellectual disabilities. Dom Kelly with the group New Disabled South says under the law, criminals will still face accountability.
We need to understand that not everybody who makes decisions has the full understanding of the consequences of those decisions, nor does everybody have the full understanding of the legal process.
The legislation does not apply to cases that have already been tried. The so-called Religious Freedom Restoration Act passes the Georgia State Senate in a party line vote. Ackworth Republican State Senator Ed Setzler says the law protects people of faith.
Before a government can force a person to violate their faith, it must show it has a compelling government interest. And in doing so, and accomplish its government purposes, it'll do it in the least restrictive means possible.
Opponents argue the law could allow discrimination. Efforts to pass similar legislation previously have failed. The measure now goes to the House. The Georgia Senate votes unanimously to name the Georgia 400 Holcomb Bridge Interchange in honor of fallen Roswell police officer Jeremy Labonte.
To forever remember this hero, a husband, a brother, a son, and a friend.
State Senator John Albers, the Senate also passes a separate resolution renaming the intersection of Highway 92 and Highway 120 in Paulding County after Deputy Brandon Cunningham, who was killed last year while responding to a domestic call. One of Atlanta's trails is getting an extension thanks to new grant money.
The Atlanta City Council approves $1.7 million for the Path 400 extension from the Georgia Department of Transportation. It currently runs along Georgia 400 in Buckhead.
This will allow for completion of the last 2 segments from Laurens to Mountain Lake Commons and Mountain Lake Commons to the city limit with Sandy Springs.
District 7 Councilman Howard Shook says it will eventually be about 5.2 miles long and will loop into the Atlanta Beltline and Silver Comet Trail. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
A man is now facing arson charges in Middle Georgia for starting one of the state's wildfires.
We've made an arrest of a Talbot County man
who was taken into custody near the location of a 108-acre wildfire, which he is accused of deliberately setting.
Wendy Burnett with the Georgia Forestry Commission says 52-year-old William Shane Harvey faces a fine of up to $50,000 or 20 years in prison. It is now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Andrew Seacock.
Lighter than normal volume this Tuesday afternoon, with the exception, of course, being the downtown connector. You can always count on this being a little bit crowded, seeing those jams. 75, 85 north and south from East Point through the heart of downtown up into Midtown. If you're traveling 85 south, trouble starting just south of 400. Feel the pinch all the way back towards Buckhead. Circle of the city looking just fine. Seeing some delays. 285 east from Dorville all the way down to the Stone Mountain Freeway. Earlier trouble cleared out of the center lane. 285 east merging onto Jonesboro Road, exit 55. And our neighbors to the south side working well. Seeing some stoppage. 75 north and south of volume on and off that pedal from Stockbridge down towards McDonough. How is the ride on I-20 looking, Cindy Darden?
Well, a lot better over on the east side. I-20 eastbound headed towards exit 71 to Panola Road. Only a little bit of slowage as you make your way over into Stonecrest. Now, over on the western side of the city, we do have a few brake lights. I-20 westbound near exit 44 to Thornton Road as you're on your way to Douglasville, but a lot better than what we've been seeing earlier today. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy and breezy this evening. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour before the storms arrive. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s through midnight. After midnight, the storms roll through the metro Atlanta area through 5 a.m. Damaging winds are the main impacts from these storms. Drying out, but still breezy Wednesday, high 65.
71 in McDonough. It's 66 in Milton, 69 in Emerson. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
If you're a longtime Atlanta resident, I don't have to tell you, weather in March goes bananas. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Spring thunderstorms rolling in. Rain, wind, even hail. Want you to get your roof ready for these storms. Dr. Roof here to help you. Check out their March specials at drroof.com. That's drroof.com. Roof repair, roof replacement, heck, even siding and windows. They do it all. Be prepared this crazy March. Go to drroof.com, drroof.com.
Dad, one more horsey ride, please.
This living room rodeo moment made possible by Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center. When Dad needed back surgery, he came to Emory. The difference? Emory's among the highest in patient satisfaction and best surgical outcome rates in the nation. And Emory uses the most advanced research developed by our top surgeons to get Dad's back surgery done right the first time. Giddy up. EmoryHealthcare.org/orthodifference.
Dramatically improve the look of your home and make your neighbors say wow with a new garage door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Replace that ugly, outdated garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
How can your termite company claim your home is termite-free by only walking around outside? Scott Slade here for Breda Pest Management. Termites are the most destructive pest of all. They literally eat your house. Only Breda will come inside and thoroughly inspect your entire home with infrared cameras. Breda guarantees your termite protection and will lock in your rate for 10 years. BREDAPest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
This is Congressman Mike Collins. In just a few short weeks, President Trump and House Republicans have worked to secure the southern border, root out government waste, and restore American energy dominance. Learn more about our efforts at collins.house.gov and let me know how I can best serve you as we turn our country around.
Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Collins.
What'd you say? Yeah, what's that here?
I was just working on my Trump.
Oh, okay.
Not for air.
You're getting really close.
There's some things, I just keep for me.
The Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
Beautiful name. The Gulf of America.
Here's a dumb story that I've had in the bin for a long time. I don't know. Who am I to say it's dumb?
Yeah, let the audience decide.
Thank you very much. How about a little bit of democracy?
I don't know what that is.
You keep saying the word an awful lot.
I know, but We'll have elections after the war.
And the war has to go on.
It's very, very scary war.
Very, very long
Very,
time.
very.
You
Very,
did have a
very long time.
very long X post earlier today, essentially apologizing for that.
I'm so sorry. Very, very sorry, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, but Trump, he had a Truth Social. It's like he's got Elon Musk doing all this work, but he's still on Truth Social.
He shares it on.
Oh,
he shares
okay.
he does Truth Social first.
So it comes from the desk of Truth Social,
Yes.
but then is distributed out on other social media.
He is the king of the screenshot. He'll take the screenshot of what he put on Truth Social and then put it up
Oh,
on X.
really?
Yeah.
Now, is he taking that screenshot or somebody?
I'm sure
Take
somebody
care
else.
of that.
Yeah.
Given the way it's written, I think he's doing it.
Well, no, he writes them. I'm saying that then for the rest.
Whoever
he's-
screenshots
put
it,
it
put
on
it
the
in.
other
Put it
thing.
over there. Give me some KFC.
This is a story. It says, where is it? Where is it from? Where is this from? The Gist.
The Gist.
There's an S and a T in that. Thank
Okay.
you.
Gist.
The Gist. Right, Autumn?
Now pluralize that.
Just.
Gist.
Good job.
No, I'm deflating. I don't know something happened.
I think we're all clear at this point that Jam is my jam.
Oh, that's that show. I got a review of that show.
You watched it, huh?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch it, but I
just love walking through fields on a beautifully lit
read-
day, picking raspberries. Wild.
Meghan Markle. I got a review. I read a review of the show that made me laugh. But anyway, let me get up. Here we go. From The Gist. Take a trip to fight climate change? Group meets in Miami to tout psychedelic solutions. In South Florida, innovative ideas are being employed every day to deal with climate change threats. Startup tech companies are 3D printing seawalls, turning seaweed into fertilizer, and even building houses out of recycled plastic. Boy, I bet you that stands up to a good hurricane. One group that gathered recently in Miami has a more unorthodox idea for coping with what might well be an existential crisis for South Florida in the coming decades. They are pitching the notion that tripping on some magic mushrooms or other hallucinogens might inspire consciousness shifts. That's italicized.
Or you might just laugh.
In the populist. Well, laughing may lead to something good.
Let's watch Adult Swim.
Consciousness shifts in the populace to do better for the planet. So that's the idea, is you get together with other like-minded, eco-minded folks. Excuse me, sir. And you trip together. And I guess maybe you'll get visions of ways to save the planet. But if you don't, at least you had a fun trip, right? You're with friends that you like.
Yeah, it's like a tripping brainstorm.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
What if we ran cars on air?
Yeah.
No idea is a bad idea,
Dude,
guys.
let's make that.
Yeah, let's do that. Because air is everywhere.
I know, and you could totally.
Actually, I feel kind of suffocated by air. Like man, it's all around me.
Just hold your panic attack. Hold your breath.
Oh,
Have a
man,
panic attack.
Oh, the entire planet is burning up.
Remember, guys.
He's having a bad trip, bro. Let's leave him here.
No idea is a bad idea. See that on the wall? No idea is a bad idea.
What if we use corpses to fuel our homes?
There are no bad ideas.
I like that idea. Cemeteries are a waste of valuable land.
Yeah.
They can make affordable homes there.
Yeah, we just got it. We'll just shoot dead people outer space.
Like they used to do, put him on a thing on the river and light it on fire.
And then just let it go and
Right.
say bye-bye, man. Grandpa, you were so cool.
Hundreds of corpses
were
every day
so
floating down the river.
It's content.
Oh, I'm thinking of the environment.
Hey, George, find out when the next meeting is. You're from that area, aren't you? Or where in Florida did you live? Did you live somewhere in
I
Florida?
was born in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Well, that's not too far from Miami.
No.
So how about see if there's another meeting of this group? And I personally,
What's
it's
that?
not like the station's going to do it, but I personally will pay for transport for you to Go down and be a
Go
part
trip.
of the. Just be with the meeting for a while. Now you're not going to be able to wear your Alex Jones shirt. Okay,
of course.
you're kind of
I'll keep that
undercover
on.
as a
Wear my
neutral
tie-dye Alex Jones
Yeah,
shirt.
you'll wear just tie dye. Okay. You're going to walk in. You're an actor on this one, right? I mean, you're acting like a lefty eco. Somebody just who really just wants to sit around and trip all day, but wants to put some sort of veneer over it, like they really
Social
care about the
justice.
earth. It's social. I'm not just doing this just to have fun and have these wild visions of turtles that talk to me and tell me things. I'm not doing it for that.
Wear your Green New Deal hoodie, and you'll fit right in.
There you go.
I'll break that up. My Green New Deal hoodie.
I believe we have it in our merch store. Oh no, wait a minute. We don't have a merch store. Hey, Autumn, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Young lady.
Yes.
Young.
The 2 + 2 = 4 website, is that done with?
Website?
Oh, I don't know.
www.2+2=4/Facebook.
Are you talking about
Hey,
the
look,
Facebook
it's
group?
The Facebook group?
44.
Whoa, bro,
That's
what does that
wild.
mean?
Yeah, I
On
mean
the 4th of March.
On the 4th. It's
Whoa.
44 on the 4th, man. I'm freaking out.
Oh no! Oh no! Bad trip. Bad trip.
And the date is kind of weird too. Not quite. It's 3/4.
444 on 3/4.
2-5.
3425, man.
Well, it means something.
It means something. I don't think it's good. Let's get the hell out of here. So yeah, what was I going to ask Autumn? Blah, 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 blah.
Plus, it was 4 group.
Facebook
Yeah, the
group?
Facebook group. Is that over? Is that washed up? Is that done?
No, it's just not being monitored by me.
Well, I'm-
Jared and Tim and Greg and Nick are all admins.
Yeah, because Autumn,
But if
hates
nobody,
Meta.
okay, if nobody is,
Should I red note?
I'm just saying, I would like it to go away
Xiao
if
Hongxi.
somebody isn't actively monitoring what
It's
people
a
are
closed
saying.
group, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, but people.
If it
can-
was on the Von Hessler Doctrine Facebook group, then that would be different. Like that should be monitored.
That page has got
because-
the highest admin restrictions possible on there.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's my microphone condom smell like? Nicotine.
I didn't use it, so it's not my fault.
There is someone that is there in the
Hey, buddy.
mornings. Yeah.
No, but this is mine. I take it off. I take it with me. I don't share my microphone condom.
I go in your office and breathe on it.
Something. I don't know, maybe I left it here one time.
Is it a
Shelley
reusable?
Winter
Maybe you
came in.
have-
Does it have
maybe you have-
menthol smell too?
Do
No,
you have
no.
like dry socket or anything?
No, that's not Shelley because it's not. There's
Oh,
no.
okay.
There's no whiff of menthol.
It is a reusable mic condom, right?
You
Yes,
could clean
of
it
course.
out.
Well, it gets cleaned every day.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So
Yeah.
like that, you can share. That's good. You should share with.
I'm
other
not
hosts.
sharing my condoms with other hosts. I'm sorry, it's not happening. What was that?
Not even with Sean Hannity.
I know. I go in dry.
Andrew Seco is checking the ride downtown.
Starting to see that volume's getting a little bit worse, starting to jam up here, 75, 85 north and south. Seeing delays from East Point through the heart of downtown as you're heading south on 85. The trouble hitting you as you leave Brookhaven, heading into Midtown. Taking a look at things as we're circling the city. We are looking at a little bit of trouble. The trouble has cleared from the center lane, 285 East, merging into Jonesboro Road. You're riding in the northeast. Traffic Dripper Rich saying 19 minutes. That may pick up as the volume gets a little bit tougher. You're going to be slow from Shallowford Road up to Indian Trail Road, exit 101. And the delays on I-20 through Douglas County still blocking a right lane. You're between Post Road and Bill Arp Road. On and off those brakes, it's exit 34. Looks like we're working pretty well to the northwest, Sydney Darden.
Yeah, it's pretty easy breezy compared to everywhere else. 75 northbound, you're just a little slow around exit 263 and the 120 loop. Once you make your way through Cobb County, it's really not that bad of a ride from that 575-75 split on the way into Kennesaw up towards Cherokee. This report is sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of common threads in nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of in Georgia Incorporated. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 from the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, WSB.
Hey, WSB is looking for a home for goldfish. Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News. He is our dog of the month. With Paws in Atlanta, we're looking for Goldfish's new family. He's about 3, loved a good belly rub when we met him here, cuddling and curious. Meet him at WSBRadio.com/dog. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, pays the adoption fee. WSBRadio.com/dog.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money, like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. And save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile. An incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack, and we are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at AtlantaRamjack.com.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
No matter the season, Breda's got your back, protecting the outside and inside of your home. It's the bugs inside you want gone. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
I just want to take a moment here because we lost a dear friend, George Lowe, who was the voice of Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. He was the second Space Ghost, but he was the really great Space Ghost.
The funny one.
The funny one. And he was a very, very funny man. He used to be on the Regular Guys with me and Larry, and Tim was there quite often. And I think we have a little moment here from... What is this? Was this on Adult Swim?
This was Aqua Teen Hunger Force Season 4.
And so the setup is they're out at a radio tower or something?
Well, no, the Aqua Teens have a giant radio tower the aliens built on top of their house. They go up to investigate, and for some reason, George Lowe is crawling down.
Okay.
So why are you here? The Home Office in Grand Rapids sent me down to get you off the tower. It's affecting the morning show. You being here, the morning guys can't do their thing, the Nutty Bunch. Larry and Eric.
He was awesome. He was funny, and I really I love the fact. I'm glad that we just we bumped into each other in this life, and there was a good time there where he was very much a part of the show and doing a lot of stuff. And it's just sad. He was 67 years old. He had this kind of heart thing that we all knew about for a long time. And finally caught up with him. But gosh, he was a great guy, funny guy. Always loved it when he was on the show. I think Tim, you knew him better than I did.
Well,
you guys actually socialized, and
Yeah, we talked quite a bit, mostly through text once he was officially in Florida all the time. But I met him in the late '90s. I hired him to do a voiceover.
Oh, when you're
for-
doing the video work? When you
Yeah,
were
when
commercials?
I was at the ad agency
Yeah.
that did radio stuff, and they did a roast of some CEO, and it was a long form video, and he was great. I mean, he got everything. A lot of ad libs made it in, so it was
Yeah,
fun.
he was just, some people are just, just funny down to the DNA. George Lowe was one of those people. I know you were probably too young for Space Ghost.
You know what was funny is my memories of watching Space Ghost Coast to Coast were, what is this thing in between the shows that I want to watch as a kid? Like I remember watching Cartoon Network and be like, I like the shows that are on, and I think I understand it, but I didn't understand the humor at the time.
Well, they
'cause I
run
was-
bumps because it was on late at night. So
Right.
yeah.
And so I was confused because I was probably less than 10 years old when I saw it, and
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't understand it, but it's cool that you guys had a connection with them.
the one, I'm sure they're all, you can dial them up on YouTube and stuff now, can't you?
Yeah, and
Or,
they're all on various streaming apps.
Right, but the one with Michael Stipe was, if you want to just get an idea of how great that show was, and obviously Michael Stipe was from the area, so he knew the show, and he leaned into the awkwardness
Yeah.
that would come from that. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic work. Great man. Our program director Ken Charles, very, very, very close to him. They were neighbors for a while. So a great loss for, I guess, the animation world, the radio world, just all around creativity. And he's a great man. Go look up Space Ghost Coast to Coast clips and enjoy them because he was a very funny man. Rest in peace, George Lowe. We're going to miss you. Andrew Seco is watching things on I-20.
That we are. Long-standing brush fire still blocking the right lane as you enter Douglasville. I-20 eastbound still slow from Post Road down to Bill Arp Road. No need for an alternate right now. Just quick tap of the brakes. Pack your patience heading closer to Lithia Springs. And as you're heading to the Mall of Stonecrest, earlier trouble still leaving the brake lights. I-20 eastbound, you're slow from 225 all the way down towards Evans Mill Road. You may be able to avoid the area altogether. Hop on Covington Highway. Taking a look at things through Midtown, downtown. How we looking, Cindy Darden?
Looking a little rough. 75 to 85 merging together. 75, you're going to start hitting those brake lights around Northside Drive once it merges with the downtown connector. Really rough through Midtown. Same story until you get to I-20. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Have you noticed water, mold, or rot in your crawl space? How about sagging floors over your crawl space? There's a good chance your crawl space has issues. The experts at AquaGuard Foundation Solutions can help. Visit aquaguard.net for your free inspection now. Remember, AquaGuard.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Hey, if you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, now you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hey, Sean Hannity here. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Now, Mark Spain Real Estate, they allow you to receive an all-cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. Just go to markspain.com to find out what your guaranteed offer will be. That's markspain.com, and you can start packing.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Remember that first paycheck when you started working all those years ago? You looked at the net amount and thought, whoa, what happened here? Ah, the joy of taxes. It could be this way with your retirement accounts. You know how much you've saved, but if you haven't planned for Uncle Sam, you could come up short in retirement. With tax laws constantly changing, there's a lot you need to know to make sure you're not paying more than your fair share. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the Lloyd Advisory Group can help you create a plan that shows you how taxes could affect you now and in the future. Set up your tax strategy session with Mark and the team at the Lloyd Advisory Group now. Call 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Make sure you know how these changes could affect you so you can avoid some of those whoa moments in retirement. Call 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services offered through Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. It is all new at 5 o'clock. School safety legislation approved today at the state capitol. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports live. It provides mental health resources for schools.
That's right, Bill, and Speaker Burns taking to the well here inside the House chamber to call this the most important bill this session. The bill's sponsor saying that it will save lives and protect students around the state. It increases the mental health resources at schools and requires that records on behavior and academics are shared quickly between districts, and that schools must create behavioral threat management assessment teams. It also provides for the establishment of anonymous threat reporting apps, and it establishes more penalties for students who make false school threats. Now, Democrats here under the Gold Dome say that they have privacy concerns and that the bill doesn't do enough and doesn't even mention gun safety. The bill's still passing overwhelmingly here, and it now goes to the state Senate. Reporting live from the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Also today, the so-called Religious Freedom Restoration Act is approved in the Georgia Senate in a party line vote. Atlanta Democratic State Senator Rashawn Kemp says as a gay man with a family, he takes this personally.
Under this bill, someone could deny me, my husband, my son, and my beautiful daughter service at a business and use their religion as a reason to do that.
But the bill's sponsor, Republican State Senator Ed Setzler, says the bill protects people of faith. It now goes to the House. It is 70 degrees in Atlanta. Be weather aware tonight. We are watching for the arrival of strong storms.
Between midnight and 5 a.m., the squall line will push through metro Atlanta.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. And with the potential for severe weather tonight, Governor Kemp is reminding people to make sure they can receive weather alerts through the overnight hours. Stay with WSB and the WSB radio app for live updates. A man faces arson charges in connection with one of the Georgia wildfires.
52-year-old William Shane Harvey is arrested by officers from the Georgia Forestry Commission and the Talbot County Sheriff's Office. He was taken into custody near the location of the 100-acre wildfire near Columbus. Wendy Burnett with the Georgia Forestry Commission.
Felony arson carries a penalty of up to $50,000 or 1 to 20 years in prison in the state of Georgia.
She says since last Monday, wildfires in our state have burned just under 6,200 acres. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
This is new this hour. Battery charges dismissed against the principal of East Coweta High School. Steve Allen was arrested at his home on Rock Mill Court after deputies received a 911 call last month. He was charged with battery, family violence for causing bruising to his 33-year-old son. The DA now says it was self-defense. Students at East Coweta High protested Allen's arrest. The DA's office says after reviewing the evidence, they determined it did not support any criminal charges. Georgia parents sue the U.S. government after a military base locker room wall fatally crushes their 14-year-old son.
Gabriel Stone died last July on a swimming trip on Warner Robins Air Force Base.
A partition wall collapsed and fell on him.
a wall that weighed roughly as much as a small SUV.
Marine veteran Kamal Stone has always believed American military bases are the safest anywhere.
That never crossed my mind that my son could lose his life on base.
Atlanta attorney Show Watson contends negligence in the 60-year-old wall's construction. He notes there are military installations all over Georgia.
They may have the same lack of inspection and maintenance as would occur here.
The suit seeks wide-scale inspections and repairs in all similar facilities. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
WSB Money Update. Tariffs and the escalating trade war sending stocks sharply lower again today. The Dow closes the day down 670 points. S&P drops more than 1%. The NASDAQ loses 65 points. President Trump says tonight will be big, and he will tell it like it is. The president making his first address to a joint session of Congress since retaking the White House. You can hear the president's address and the Democrats' response live on WSB tonight starting at 9. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and it begins with Andrew Seco.
Time to go home around the metro Atlanta area. The biggest trouble spots right now, we're going to go back to I-20. Long-standing brush fire still blocking that right lane. I-20 eastbound rolling through Douglasville. Got a big delay spot here from Post Road towards Bill Arp Road. Heading back into the city, we're going to take a look at your ride on I-20 through DeKalb. You're on and off the brakes eastbound from 285 to Panola Road, exit 71. Ride through the northern suburbs. Got 85 north. You're slow from Shallerford Road up to Beaveroon Road, exit 102. Watching a delay spot, Highway 78 eastbound. You are slow from Mountain Industrial all the way down towards Rockbridge Road. Taking a look at things through Midtown, downtown. How are we looking any better, Sydney Darden?
Actually, it's picked up quite a bit. If you're coming from 85, those brake lights start as soon as you merge on from 400 on the opposite side of that 75. You are slow around the Howell Mill exit. Now, the downtown connector really backed up through Midtown. You're going to be feeling the jam around exit 249, mostly when you get off at 14th Street. On the opposite side of that I-85 northbound, those usual delays near exit 240 for University Avenue have returned. All the way up to I-20, you're really slow. Doesn't break apart by the time you get until you get past the Grady curve on into Midtown. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Cloudy skies this evening. An isolated rain shower can't be ruled out, but the bulk of the heavy rain and thunderstorms arrive after midnight into 5 a.m. Along with these storms, we will have heavy rain, up to 1 inch of rainfall possible, but damaging wind gusts as high as 60 miles per hour possible as the storms roll through. Temperatures will go from the upper 50s to low 60s tonight, staying in the mid-60s for tomorrow afternoon, then dropping into the mid-30s for Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, mostly sunny, cool, high 55. Friday and Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s.
68 in Sandy Springs and Cartersville, 69 in Loganville. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine. It's kind of the last hour, except it won't be a full hour. All right, fellas, come on now. Fellas, give us a few more minutes here on this side of things, and we'll turn the court over to you. Truncated show today at 5:30. 5:30. 2:30. At 5:30, UGA basketball will take over in a rampant fashion.
Irrumpant. It explodes onto the airwaves.
No, not at all. You still don't get it, young lady. You still don't understand. I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Give her a spanking.
To the moon. To the moon, Autumn. Just think of that when the honeymooners, was it the 50s?
He was going to hit her so hard she'd go to the moon.
That was like one of those callbacks, like the character would say all the time.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Oh, a catchphrase.
Yeah, catchphrase.
Like Dynamite.
So he would say, he would look at his wife and go, and he'd kind of ball up his fist and
One
go,
of these days,
Alice, to the moon.
Pow.
Can you imagine?
He would say pow.
He would say
and
pow.
make a fist. Shut up, Ralph. Hey, you going to kill her?
Oh, my goodness. Things have changed. I don't know if it's for the better or,
Well,
on one hand, you can't do
keeping
that.
his wife in check, but it never worked.
You can't do that anymore. But meanwhile, everybody I know, and I don't know why I should disagree with them, I think I'm just going to give in. Apparently, this Kendrick Lamar is the most talented person who was ever born in the history of the universe.
Hands down.
Absolutely. Nobody can touch. And so we can't do a Zoom pow to the moon, but his latest hit has the N-word 17 times in it. So it turns out that if you are the most creative person who was ever born in the history of the universe, you still have a crutch that you lean on. I would think if you're the most creative person who was ever born in the history of the universe and you were a rapper, one cool thing would be never repeats himself. But no, it turns out if you're the most creative person who's ever been born in the history of the universe, still leaning on a crutch here and there.
Yeah, don't disrupt his flow, Eric.
No. Nothing disrupts his flow because anytime there's a disruption, he just tosses the N-word in.
Or calls you a pedophile.
This will get you going. But he is creative.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a chord, A minor. That's pretty creative. I'm not saying that like stupidly or ironically. That is creative. But
you have to really listen to him though, because I remember again I've seen him 3 times live, and a lot of times he's headlining.
Yeah.
And by the time if you've been at a festival, especially,
he exhausts
the
you.
headline.
He wore me out during the halftime show.
Yeah, you have to really listen to him.
Too many notes.
To me, with sometimes with rappers, it's like somebody goes, "All right, let me read you a book." Did you like that book? Okay, I'm about to read you another book. All right, I'm going to read this next book really fast. I'm like, I can't take any more books.
Better to go to a trap show because if you're stoned, then it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
In trap show, the lyrics are bad too.
Oh, who cares? You get hopped up on the scissor.
At least though, like with Kendrick Lamar, like the respect that I have for him after going through my
respect. I have more than respect. I would bow down and I would kiss that man's feet because he is apparently the most talented, creative human being that was ever born in the history of the universe. Who am I to disagree?
Exactly.
We're all on the same page.
When you listen,
I would do whatever he ordered me to do, knowing that I was satisfying the greatest human being, most creative human being who was ever born in the history of the universe.
I want you to do a little experiment.
Who cares if he's arrogant?
Play him and then play Bob Dylan back to back, song for song.
See, this
song
was
for song.
happening as you young kids, because of this movie, are starting to listen to Bob Dylan, and then it's beginning to occur to you that some of the music that you've heard and some of the lyrics that you've heard since then have been, well, obviously this guy inspired a lot of stuff.
The word count, the structure, the flow, it's very similar. Now, Bob Dylan's voice, no offense, not great, but it still is.
I love Bob Dylan's voice.
Not great.
Who would you rather, who do you want to hear sing Like a Rolling Stone?
Anyone else?
What?
The silence of anything would be cool.
God, you guys are the worst. Now, I get it. He's older now. Like everybody else, he just kind of goes, zzz, zzz, zzz. I get that. But that's not how he sang in the 60s. He didn't say. That's the older Bob Dylan.
Listen to Nashville Skyline.
That's the older Bob Dylan. That's
Nashville
not,
Skyline.
He didn't get up there and like,
I would like.
I went to the doctor and saw a lamb. The lamb was there. He had a tan.
Johnny's in the basement mixing up the medicine.
I'm on the pavement thinking about the government.
Look out, kid.
Cool.
I want Kendrick Lamar singing Bob Dylan. That's what I want.
Greatest lyricist in the history of the world. And I'm not.
I put words together. They mean something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she's 42. She's sitting in an apartment.
Now that she's an anarchist, she just hates everything.
Yeah, she hates everybody. She's an anarchist.
I've always hated Bob Dylan. Thank you.
He's the great. You just think he's just not a good lyricist.
I think it's boring and I hate it.
Wow.
Let me just tell you, young lady, who didn't like Taxi Drivers, ridiculous.
Because
ridiculous.
I'm not a disturbed young man.
No, but you can watch a show up. You can watch a movie about a disturbed young man. Doesn't mean you're disturbed if you watch.
I just felt like, what's this guy? He needs help. Okay.
No, it
I'm
was
not interested in his
acting
descent.
was
and I don't care about his acting. His acting was just like he's just looking around and being like,
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. The scene with the knife and on the arm and the turning around. And
Someday a rain will come.
Yeah, wipe that on him, Fisher.
I've never heard that.
Well, he didn't write the script. No, you can't. It's unbelievable.
Should have heard her Thursday. I hate Gene Hackman.
I did not say that.
He was never in anything good, as far as I'm concerned. I tell you, I think she's just a shock job at this point.
Unforgiven was the worst movie ever.
All right, that's it. You're fired.
Jared, you weren't even here for that.
I was here on Thursday.
You listened.
Oh, that's right. You were there on Thursday.
You're fired. Anybody who didn't like Unforgiven, doesn't appreciate Unforgiven, cannot work with me. Sorry.
I was building a house.
I was thinking about that. Gene Hackman's gone now, and one day we'll figure out exactly what the hell happened there, but it's kind of strange. But ultimately, he was 95, had a good long life. However it ended was weird and We'll find out. But it's a good lesson. I've mentioned this, I don't know, once years ago, but I think it's a good lesson for young screenwriters who, they've just bogged down all of these franchises with preachy stuff, trying to get messages across. I just saw the new Doctor Who trailer. Well, it's not going to get better.
He's leaving, though, right? The new Doctor Who.
Yeah, but I think it's over. I mean, they're going to just take it off the air for a while.
Dream is over.
It's ruined. Yeah, it's all gone. But the screenwriters who are trying to get messages and stuff, and it just ruins their product. Because all of a sudden, in the middle of a movie that you might be liking, all of a sudden your fourth grade social studies teacher shows up and starts giving you a lesson. That's what Doctor Who was, and so many of these franchises. And so much of them, remember when everybody hated W, the war and the wars and all that. There was so much bad commentary vis-a-vis entertainment with screenwriters trying to jam their messages in. And it was just it was just too over the top. And then it doesn't have, your message doesn't have any effect. Actually, the greatest portrayal of the situation that W ended up with after the 9/11 and his attitude toward it and his way of, in his mind, protecting the American people, the best answer to that and character is Gene Hackman's character in Unforgiven. It is poetically exact. And remember, I was
building a house.
Well, yeah, the thing about Unforgiven, one of the greatest things about it, why the reason you can watch it over and over again, is parallel structure. There are things happening in the plot that answer each other all the way down the line. The kid that joins them that thinks he's going to be a badass killer, and then he kills one person and he can't stomach it anymore. That kid, you can reason that kid grew up reading novels that were written like the guy who was there to cover the Duke of Death and all of that. And so there's all these great sort of parallel things going on in Unforgiven. And one of them is that as Gene Hackman is trying to protect the town with all of these draconian kind of ideas, he's building a house and there are leaks. And he's building the house himself. And by the end, he's putting buckets all over the place when it rains. And it's very much a great statement on what happened with W. But it was made years before anybody in America had heard of W. It was made in the early 90s. It was long before W came along and got himself into that. And the reason I bring that up is those screenwriters were doing the best thing that you can when you want to make a point about humanity to humanity, which is a type of person and how a type of person responds, things that are universal. So they weren't thinking about W as a character, but certainly they were thinking about others they were talking about something that was universal, an attitude, a way of carrying yourself, and because it was so spot on to a character type, a few years later, we saw it happen with George W. Bush. That's great screenwriting because they were writing about something that's universal, and then you could see it. But I'll tell you right now, even though those writers probably never heard of W at that point, if you go watch Unforgiven and you think about George W. Bush as Gene Hackman, you will see the poetic sort of meta thing going on.
Duck, I says.
You just killed a good man.
He shouldn't have been littering.
He shouldn't have
been littering his saloon with his body.
He say he shouldn't be decorating his saloon with my best friend's body or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard Joker 2's better.
Joker 2, who this guy saw on a plane ride, and he's the only person. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have an applause for Terry Yamamoto. First person in my life to say, I liked it, Joker 2. All right.
I'll give my perspective on it.
All
I
right,
promise you.
Andrew.
I have an explanation why.
Well, I'm sure. Well, that's a great tease. No one's going to go away. Hey, it's time for dinner. Hey, no. Jared's about to explain his reasons for liking Joker 2.
A driveway moment, folks. A driveway moment.
Well, or a carport moment if you go Tim Andrews' house. Right. Andrew Seco is looking for trouble downtown.
Looking as hard as we can, but nothing to write home about except for a lot of volume right now. 75, 85 north and south. Seeing the brake lights from East Point through the heart of downtown. If you're traveling 400 or 85 south, the trouble's starting just south of 400. Seeing those delays all the way back towards Buckhead. Taking a look at things in the northern suburbs. 75 north and south. Seeing some delays from the South Marietta Parkway loop all the way up towards Chastain Road, exit 271. Working a little bit of things looking okay in 400 northbound. Seeing a slow spot through Alpharetta as you're merging north from 285 up towards North Ridge Road, and 85 northbound. Seeing brake lights from Shallowford Road up to Beaveroon Road, exit 102, and a slow spot through Sewanee. Got the brake lights as you pass Old Peachtree Road, exit 109. Circling the city with the help of Sydney Darden.
Yeah, and the worst of your problem is going to be leaving Spaghetti Junction, I-285 southbound there on the inner loop, over on the east side. You're really going to be feeling the pinch around exit 37 to La Vista Road all the way down as you make your way towards DeKalb County. On the western side of the city, I-285 southbound on the outer loop slow, leaving exit 15 to South Cobb Drive all the way down to exit 10B to merge onto I-20. From the Cool-Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia announces his resignation.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Some brake lights out of Cobb County, I-20 eastbound.
We've got it covered.
The U.S. Surgeon General is warning about a link between alcohol and cancer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
How can your termite company claim your home is termite free? By only walking around the outside? Dave Baker for Breda Pest Management. Termites are the most destructive pest of all. They literally eat your house. So only Breda will also come inside and thoroughly inspect your entire home with infrared cameras. Breda guarantees your termite protection and will lock in your rate for 10 years. BREDAPest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast, local service and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder.
I researched window companies for the last year to see what the average prices were and the quality of work. Window Nation nailed both.
Get 2 windows free with every 2 you buy. Pay no interest for 2 full years. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90NATION.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
For over 25 years, you've counted on All 4 Seasons for garage and entry doors. But we also specialize in replacement windows with a lifetime warranty. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All 4 Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Enhance your home's energy efficiency and curb appeal with a wide range of quality window options, backed by unparalleled service and craftsmanship. From garage doors to entry doors to windows, for every opening of your home, we've got you covered. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasonsgarages.com.
Are you taking your garage door for granted? Is it squeaking and whining for attention? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is here with same-day repair service. Experienced technicians have been servicing homeowners in Atlanta since 1935. That's 90 years. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta can handle all your garage door and opener needs. For same-day repair service, schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com or call 404-USA-DOOR.
All right, well, have you noticed, I don't know, this is the latest thing, that people who don't like Trump refer to him as Trumpski now. Oh. Trumpski. He'll
Got
probably,
him.
He'll probably just go back to Florida after that.
I think I'll just quit.
I'll probably break you.
Going to give it to JD, huh? Going to give it
over to little fat JD with
with the beard, with the facial hair.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like Haley Joel Osment with a beard.
He does.
Well, actually, that's what Haley Joel Osment looks like now.
He does. Well, you've got the seventh sense, JD Vance. Huh? So what are you going to say tonight? Got a big. It's not called State of the Union because it's your first one of the second term.
I'm going to talk
joint
about
address.
The great tariffs, the beautiful tariffs, how great Doge is, how everybody's getting on board.
Elon's going to be there, which means there'll be a moment where he introduces them. Does half the crowd boo? Do they sit on their hands? Well, I read today that the Democrats are having meetings about what they're going to do, and there's like 3 or 4 different ideas of ways to respond. And some of them want to carry signs in. Some of it is people who have been affected by Doge, have them as guests. I don't know how you get that point across when you're not up there speaking, but that's a possibility. And then some of them are going to pick different times to just walk out. If he brings up
bye-bye, go home to mama.
That's what I think. I don't think if he has the big mic, I don't think they're going to look good because I think he's going to do that. Like, whoever walks out at what point is going to do that rally thing.
Go home to mama.
You can't handle it. Okay, bye-bye, as they walk out.
See you later.
And I just don't think it's effective. I have to say, I didn't like it when the war got started, and I think Janet Yellen was at some international conference where the Russians were still involved, and it was a big deal, and she got up and walked out. I'm like,
I'm out of here.
I'm paying you. You're supposed to be doing the work of the people. You're not doing anything for me, okay? I don't live in Ukraine. I'm a citizen of the United States. You work for me, and nothing was done for me or my family when you got up and walked out like a high school student who's angry about something that happened in the lunchroom.
Did they even do back channel negotiations, or did they just stop?
They stopped.
That's ridiculous.
They stopped. We're not going to have any contact or negotiations whatsoever with the only country on earth that has more nukes than we do. Brilliant idea. Why didn't we think of this before? We just don't communicate.
Well, now we've got our neighbors to the north calling us out, too.
You're a very smart guy. This is a very dumb thing to do.
Trudeau calling out Trump.
A very dumb thing to do.
What's up with those tariffs?
We'll take you out.
And a boot.
And a boot.
I guess I'm going to have to watch because there's going to be some action in this one.
We are carrying live here on WSB.
Of course
after the
we
game.
are. And I'm sure the poor Democrat that nobody's heard of that has to come along. She's supposed to be somebody. She's a Democrat in a red district.
Oh.
So she's supposed to be. But these people are always put in impossible positions to speak after whoever the president is.
Keep a water bottle nearby.
Be careful with heckling the president. Even Biden, as old as he was pretty good.
You
You want to fight? You want?
they
you don't
juiced
like
him
that
up.
one.
They juiced Biden
Take
up.
you out back and smack you around like old days.
You gonna take that stuff, Trump, that they boosted up Biden with?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Wow, it's in my veins already.
I'm wired. All right, that music telling us 2 things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out, because basketball's next. So we'll do that. But we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. Until then, continue on the journey. And don't be a fool. Don't piss off the genie.
At 6:26, as we circle the city, seeing delays leaving Doraville, 285 East, seeing the worst of it. You're on and off that brake pedal, Jan, from Buford Highway down to the Stone Mountain Freeway. That's exit 39. And checking out our neighbors to the south side, seeing some delays, 75 north and south. A little bit of volume pockets between Stockbridge and McDonough. Same story, 85 south. A little bit of brake lights as you're merging from 285, and a tiny bit of volume as you approach Fairburn Road, or Sonoya Road, rather. That's exit 61. Hopefully things are looking a little better on I-20. How are they, Sydney Darden?
Well, over on the east side, not so much. You're really slow coming off 285, especially near exit 68 to Wesley Chapel as you make your way over into Stonecrest. You may hop on Covington Highway instead, honestly, to avoid all that. Over on the west side, only just a little bit of volume, exit 44 to Thornton Road. But other than that, a really easy ride to Douglasville. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When it's time to replace your windows, make sure you have options and get to choose the energy-efficient window that is right for your home, your style, and your budget. Dave Baker here for the only window company I recommend, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson, you're in charge. Choose from many top-rated window manufacturers like Anderson and MI, all backed by Nelson's worry-free lifetime labor warranty. For your replacement windows, pick the company that's more picky than you. Google Nelson Exteriors.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized De Beers Forevermark jeweler. Every Forevermark diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. De Beers Forevermark, the diamond, the promise, at Tara Fine Jewelry